I think I've transmigrated.
A girl woke in an unfamiliar room, in a body that was not her own.
How did I even die?
White hair, red eyes. A stranger's face stared back at her.
I was always healthy, so it wasn't an illness. I didn't even have a job. I didn't even get hit by a dimension travel truck. It honestly feels like I just went to sleep and woke up transmigrated. I know transmigration is trending, but can they really pick someone this carelessly? Well, I've already transmigrated, so what's the point of overthinking it now? Right, what matters now is this body I've transmigrated into. The original owner of this body had died, and I woke up right in the middle of her funeral. No wonder everyone was staring at me like they'd seen a ghost. Everyone, let's learn about things you should never do at a funeral. That's right, revive. If you suddenly come back to life, it gets awkward for everyone, right?
The priest watched her in uneasy silence.
Of course, instead of letting it slide, they made me start by asking my own name. Priests and doctors tormented me all day yesterday. Asa, I don't know what happened either, okay. Just thinking about it again makes me dizzy. Whatever. I'll just say the doctor misdiagnosed me or that it was a miracle. If I knew what kind of person this body's owner was, it would make things a lot easier. Maybe because this transmigration was so low effort, none of her memories are surfacing. Usually they flash before your eyes like a movie montage. I don't even know what story I transmigrated into. The last thing I read was a martial arts novel, which is absolutely no help in this situation. If it's come to this, I'll just pretend I have amnesia. Oh.
Beyond the window stretched a quiet, sprawling garden.
Luckily, there's a maid trying to help me, so I've been asking her bits and pieces about myself.
The young maid answered her questions with trembling care.
The name of the body I transmigrated into is Evangeline Rohanson.
A noble daughter draped in silk, and yet utterly alone.
Though it wasn't a total loss, I'm pretty sure this is a villainous transmigration story.
Those red eyes glinted, cold and ominous.
The servants tremble whenever they see me. One even fainted. And a young maid begged me for her life before being dragged away.
A terrified maid knelt at her feet, shaking.
Wow, just how cruel was the original owner. She could have at least tried being a little nicer. And then there are these red eyes. In romance fantasy settings, red eyes usually mean a nasty personality. They're often considered ominous, and the girl gets abused and ostracized for it.
Moonlight traced the pale curve of her hand.
Until some random male lead throws out a meaningless line like, "I think they're beautiful," and she instantly falls in love. Oh, then does that mean I'll get to hear that from a handsome male lead? There are signs that Evangeline was abused too. Even though his daughter died and came back to life, her so-called father hasn't shown his face even once. Looks like she was seriously unloved. Romance fantasy dads are either doting fools or absolute trash. It's always one extreme or the other.
My daughter, I'll never let you marry anyone.
You killed my wife.
Looks like I drew the trash option. And of course, like every proper romance fantasy, the mother died young. Is there a crown prince in this world? What about a Duke of the North, a saintess, a saint?
La Lady Evangeline, you do not. I have a fiancé, and the crown prince is a middle-aged man with 2 children. There is no Grand Duke, no saintess, no saint.
This might be all the info I can squeeze out of her. She's so terrified of me, I almost feel bad asking any more. Should I try looking for a hidden diary or something? But I can't read the writing. What should I do? I can speak just fine, so why can't I read? The letters on the page.
The maid fidgeted, desperate to please her mistress.
I'll buy you a beginner's reading book by tomorrow.
Evangeline slumped, defeated by her own illiteracy.
I guess I'll look for the diary myself while she's out. House exploration begins. Evangeline's room, check. Bathroom, check. Parlor, check. Ugh, where the heck is this stupid diary?
She wandered the endless, ornate halls of the estate.
Oh, right, the maid mentioned something earlier. Maybe there's something in there.
A strange purple glow seeped from beneath a distant door. Something dark dripped slowly from the ceiling above.
Why is this door so stiff? Come on, open already.
With a groan, the heavy door gave way at last.
Gah. Maybe I should have asked someone else to open it.
In the dim light, a pair of red eyes gleamed.
That's
A white-haired figure loomed, glowing faintly in the dark. Petals scattered through a sudden burst of pale light. A rope hung from a cherry branch in full bloom. A white dress swayed slowly, though there was no wind. A single drop of red slipped down and fell. And two pale feet, hanging perfectly still. Publicly, it was announced as a death by illness, but the servants of the Rohanson estate, who had seen the truth with their own eyes, could not forget the pale feet swaying. From the branch of a cherry tree in full bloom. The cherry blossoms that day were so red and so terribly beautiful. Even now, their lush fragrance seemed to linger at the tip of the nose. Blossoms filled the coffin where she was laid to rest. Pallbearers gathered as the candles were lit. The funeral was modest. They refused visits from nobles, claiming the illness might be contagious. Filling the hall were only the servants of the estate and a few knights. For the true cause of death was something better kept quiet. Perhaps because no one wept for the deceased, though it was a funeral. A chilling atmosphere lingered in the hall. Then, in the silence, someone flinched. In the silent funeral chamber, a sudden sound. A rustling that echoed unnaturally loud. The rustle of grass, the groan of something ungreased. The sound of something grinding against bone. The creak of wood. The small noises gathered in one place until whispers began to spread. The servants froze where they stood, breath caught in their throats. A strangled gasp escaped one of the mourners. Within the coffin, snow-white hair spilled loose. Snow-white hair poured down like a waterfall. The soft-looking strands seemed less like silk and more like spiderwebs gathered together and drawn long. And then, slowly, it began to stir. Behind the opened eyelids, bright red irises were revealed. A single crimson eye opened wide. Not like ruby gemstones, but the color of a living heart. Those who locked eyes with it stopped breathing. To be caught in the gaze of something that should neither exist nor rise again. It would be better to bite off your tongue than remain alive under that stare. The priest cried out to his God in prayer. Unfortunately, his prayers had no effect. It clenched its fist. It flexed its fingers and slowly turned its head, as though it were not a person, but something else, testing out an unfamiliar body. A red eye curved into a smile behind the pale hair.
What's my name?
The thing rose, wearing Evangeline Rohanson's body. The thing that had taken Evangeline Rohanson's body bared a slow, delighted smile. It smiled as if deeply satisfied. The method to summon it: defile the woman's land, draw a circle with your own hand, let grapes ripen on thorn bushes and figs grow on thistles, turn the earth and welcome the one who shall descend upon the world. In a garden of red roses, a black cat watched with glowing eyes.
So this is the room no one was ever allowed to enter.
A young woman with flowing silver hair and deep red eyes sits among the flowers. This is the body she woke up in, the noble lady Evangeline.
An easel, a desk, everything draped in cloth. What was she hiding in here?
High ornate ceilings, ribbons of gold, and below them, shelves upon shelves of books.
There's a bookshelf too, so this place doubles as her study. Then could this be a painting Evangeline drew herself? She won't let anyone in and she covers everything with cloth. Maybe she was just secretly very shy. Which means the diary has to be hidden somewhere in here. I still can't read a single letter, but I can find it through the process of elimination. Exclude the books with titles on the spine, exclude the thick ones like dictionaries, and exclude anything with writing too neat to be handwritten. Oh, I found it. The ink is smudged and there are numbers scrawled on top. This is definitely her diary. But why is the cover so plain and dull? Honestly, just what I expected. She really did have a taste for playing the villainess. Anyway, I'll keep this safe until the maid brings me a book to learn my letters. What is this? A circle full of geometric patterns, with letters written all over it. A summoning circle. A summoning circle just fell out of the diary. It seems the novel I fell into is a pretty old one. In tales like this, people made pacts with dragons and spirits. These days, hardly anyone contracts with non-humans anymore. But whatever. Someone like me, who knows nothing, has to survive all alone in this fantasy world. So shouldn't I be willing to do whatever it takes? Perfect, there's plenty of red paint over there. I'll draw the summoning circle with that. Actually, things like this are best drawn with your fingers.
A sly smile curls across her lips as she points, her red eyes gleaming with mischief.
Whether it's a dragon or a spirit king, it doesn't matter.
She dips her fingertip into the deep red and begins to trace the pattern.
Anyone at all, please make a contract with me.
Elsewhere in the mansion, night presses hard against the tall windows. Count Rohanson looked down at the maid, standing before him. Seated at his desk with his back to her, he waited for her to speak. Though she had done nothing wrong, Daisy kept her eyes shut tight, trembling all over. He was only her employer, yet she seemed far more frightened than that alone could explain. Still, the Count did not scold her. It was understandable. Daisy had been a close friend of his late daughter, rank set aside. The two of them, lady and maid, had once shared quiet afternoons and warm cups of tea. And that was why she had volunteered, willingly, to wait upon that thing. So from the Count's point of view, she must have caught glimpses of that thing.
So then, what was it doing?
Saw that.
Using her memory loss as an excuse, it had asked all about Lady Evangeline.
It started with the basic things, like who her family was. Her age, her habits, her favorite foods. Then it pulled out the lady's clothes and paraded around in them.
It was as if,
It wanted to become Lady Evangeline herself.
but it did not imitate the young lady completely. The figure simply stood there in the dark, wearing her face. Even when maids fainted at the sight of it, or were dragged away begging for their lives, it did not seem to care at all. No, worse, as though it were watching a worm squirm on the ground. The silver-haired figure smirked, one red eye cold, a finger pressed to her lips. Her gaze brimmed with disgust and contempt. The Lady Evangeline that Daisy knew was nothing like that. That frail, gentle girl would sooner fall ill herself than speak one harsh word to anyone. Cherry blossoms drift through her memory, and a single red eye lingers in the dark. Pale hands pressed flat to the floor, tracing something out in blood. Back in the present, Daisy sank to her knees, sobbing.
I'm sorry, I let myself get too emotional.
No, it's all right. Please continue your report.
Yes, come to think of it, it claimed it couldn't read letters.
Letters.
But I soon realized that was just an excuse to send me away. It was calmly reading a book in that very room.
The maid crept to the door, where a strange circle stained the floor beneath the lady's gown.
The room was locked and there was no key. How could it have opened it? So when I crept closer to look,
Daisy froze in the doorway, her eyes going wide.
with the blood from her own finger, she was drawing some kind of pattern across the floor.
And all the while, the figure muttered under her breath, smiling faintly.
The only word I could make out clearly was contract.
And then, to her horror,
I met her eyes.
even now, Daisy knelt with her hands clasped and her eyes squeezed tight shut.
A contract, you say?
That is everything I saw.
Is it some kind of spell? My heart is already burning with dread over that thing inside my daughter's body. I only pray no other monster claws its way out of that blood.
All of this began the day his daughter took her own life. The temple would not even allow her body to be enshrined, let alone buried. An evil spirit, they said, must have possessed the corpse, and the horror was, not even holy water could drive it out.
With no other choice left, all I can do is keep watching it. Tell me, why have you kept your eyes closed this whole time?
What do you mean, why? It's because I'm frightened, of course. It has been staring at me this entire time, Count.
A cold ripple seemed to pass through the darkened room.
Staring at you.
The Count suddenly turned his head. A single eye glowed in the blackness. And then he met the gaze of countless eyes, clustered together, all of them fixed on him. They surrounded the kneeling maid, glowing pale and cold in the dark. More and more of them opened, blossoming through the shadows, and they spilled outward, drifting like pale wisps into the night garden. Beyond the tall Gothic windows, something moved through the dark, drifting toward the house. And through it all, the silver-haired girl rested serenely, as if none of this could ever touch her. Then a small leopard-spotted kitten peers up at her and lets out a bright, demanding cry.
Somehow, out of everyone, this strange little creature chose me. I got picked by a three-eyed cat. A three-eyed cat. What kind of otherworldly quality is this? Why is even the cat extraordinary? When I woke up, it was just lying in my bed. Anyway, it is really cute. Its fur is so fluffy, and it stays perfectly still whenever I pet it. If that is the case, then maybe it is okay if I spoil it just a little.
She buries her face in the kitten's fur, cheeks flushed, melting with pure happiness.
Those tiny paws, those little beans, I truly cannot take it. Wahaha, hehes, I could roll around with you all day. I love cats so much.
My lady, I have come to assist you with your morning preparations.
Come in.
In a heartbeat, she drops her giddy grin and slips on a cold, dignified mask. A maid wheels in a cart, while the little cat's spotted tail slips out of sight just in time.
This maid is different from yesterday. Is there some kind of rotation system? I only just started warming up to yesterday's maid. Maybe I can break the ice by talking about the cute cat. Tell me, are there many cats in the Count's household?
Cats.
The maid goes rigid, and dark stains spatter across her white apron. A cold dread washes over Evangeline as the pieces snap together, the color draining from her face.
There was once a terrible epidemic. They said the cats were the cause.
Medieval fantasy logic, good grief. Wait.
Her eye goes wide, because at that very moment, the little cat comes trotting out into the open.
If this one gets discovered too. Wait, did you just hear a cat?
I did not hear anything at all. That is strange. I heard it very clearly, quite nearby.
SHH, if you cry we will both get caught, and then you will die.
The maid finally leaves without searching the room, and Evangeline sags with relief.
Wow, my heart nearly stopped. I thought it just lived here and kept happily adoring it. Now I have accidentally become someone hiding a stray cat without the family's permission. But if I throw it out, it will die. They slaughtered every cat in the plague, so its family must already be gone.
She can't help herself, and soon she is playing with the cat as it rolls belly up across the floor.
They wouldn't kill the Count's own daughter's pet cat. Right. I should ask the Count for permission first. Maybe a priest or doctor can examine it, and then I keep it.
The Count is busy and cannot see you at present.
Right, the Count despises his daughter. I forgot that in my hurry.
If there is something you wish to say, you may tell it to me instead.
A full 90-degree bow, even now. Just who was Evangeline to earn this much respect from an old servant? All right, please lift your head. I am not going to hit you. Sigh, whatever, forget it. Let us just get to the original goal. I simply want to keep a cat.
A cat.
Is that not allowed?
The steward's face tightens, sweat beading as he struggles for an answer.
It is not that.
As a test, the little cat laps eagerly at a bowl of holy water.
I wanted it examined properly, but the steward said drinking holy water would be proof enough. Seriously, if holy water fixes the plague, why did they kill all those cats before? So much for animal ethics.
Evangeline, the steward, and the blonde maid watch as the cat drinks without the slightest harm.
It is drinking normally. I will take my leave now.
So, it is settled now.
My lady. Other servants might harm the cat, so why not embroider its name onto this collar and put it on?
She holds out a simple green collar for the little cat.
Helping me like this, I must have finally gotten close with this maid. But I can't read or embroider a single letter.
Then I will take my leave now.
Hey, she already left. Did she hand me this just to mess with me? And the maid who promised to bring a book to teach me letters never came either. They all tremble in fear of me. Even if I am lonely, even if I am sad, I will not cry. Maybe this story world has a little bullying built in. Sniff. Little one, I am sorry your useless owner cannot even write your name.
She slumps over the collar, deflated, as the cat's ears twitch up beside her.
I really want to learn to read, and fast. This This lazy reincarnation setup is so unfair.
In the dark, the three-eyed cat's gaze begins to glow, quietly watching her. Morning comes, bright and golden through the leaves.
When I woke up, I could suddenly read. The words flow so smoothly now. Is this some reincarnation bonus patch? Took you long enough. I guess crying about my pet's name actually worked. Now I can finally read and write my cat's name. All right then, I will embroider my cat's name right away.
Needle in hand, she sets to work stitching the collar.
I am completely doomed. I thought I could borrow the skills this body's original owner had learned. Should I just throw it out and start over?
The cat suddenly bats at the collar in her hand, meowing at her insistently.
Huh, wait, do you actually want me to put this on you?
The little cat presses closer, crying softly for the collar.
It is asking to wear this, even though it barely counts as a collar. You little angel cat. In my past life, I could never keep a cat because of my circumstances.
With trembling, delighted hands, she fastens the green collar around its neck.
And now, just like this, my dream has finally come true. From today on, your name is Pudding.
Elsewhere, in a cramped, candle-lit attic, the floorboards creak somewhere in the dark. A single candle burns beside a worn book, and something unseen begins to stir in the shadows.
If only I had that. My little sibling could recover. To waste something so precious, so carelessly.
Do you want it?
The maid freezes as an eerie glow flares to life right behind her. In the darkness, a pair of unnatural eyes slide open and thorned tendrils uncoil. High in the window sits the little cat, its silhouette looming over the terrified maid below. A ghostly gown drifts down through an endless field of stars, unreal and weightless.
I will tell you how.
Grand mansion wrapped in roses. At its heart stands a lady in white, her long hair spilling down her back. A young maid lingers at the window, watching the still garden, unable to shake her unease. Count Rohanson had already fled to his distant territory. While he lived in this house, he was terrified, swearing he kept seeing eyes. In truth, he was running away. A maid named Daisy broke the very same way and fled the memory of this place. She refused even a letter of recommendation and shut herself away inside a convent. So the duties of the empty mansion fell to one man alone, the butler. And there was only one thing left that he had to take responsibility for. The thing wearing the shell of Lady Evangeline. And the new maid, Hina, was given a single task to serve it.
Sir, I have something to report.
Hina had come to attend Lady Evangeline after Daisy was gone. No one else would take the post, so the wages were high, and Hina, desperate for money, accepted.
I hear a cat. Is there a cat somewhere in this house?
The butler frowned. He could hear no cat at all. For Hina, every human voice reached her ears as the crying of a cat, and she read the world from their lips instead. When the butler kindly offered to write her a letter and let her leave, even his voice came to her as a mournful mew.
Then I will assume you wish to quit as well, and write you a recommendation.
No, I will keep working. I cannot hear people's voices, but if I read their lips, I will manage just fine.
For Hina had a younger sibling, sick and waiting for her at home. And for that child, Hina was prepared to do anything.
In that case, Hina, there is something I will have you do. That thing says it wishes to raise a cat. Feed this holy water to the creature.
Hina took the vial, her green eyes steady in the gloom. A single tear traced her cheek as she steeled herself for what came next.
You want it, do you? You can have it if you truly want. I will show you how.
On the windowsill, drenched in moonlight, a black cat watched with glowing eyes.
It is a monster. That thing is a monster.
Was this the very cat that Lady Evangeline had said she would raise?
I should report this to the butler at once. Perhaps I would even be given a reward. But a reward alone, could it ever buy holy water this costly?
So the cat lapped away at the glowing holy water. For just as the monster had instructed, Hina had already swapped the real water for a fake. Before the lady and the butler, Hina played the perfect, dutiful maid. Only she understood the truth. Real holy water worked on the cat, though it did nothing at all to Lady Evangeline. Yet Hina pretended to know nothing and quietly granted the cat another wish. In front of others, the creature closed one eye and played the ordinary house cat. And at last, Hina could no longer hear the crying of the cat. The pay was generous. On her way home, she would linger at the market, spoiling her sibling with the foods they loved. But the thing that made her happiest of all was the small figure waiting for her by the door.
Anai, you are finally home.
Beside that smile, the eerie cat and the frightening lady melted into a dream she could easily forget, even if her lady buried herself in grim books and let slip a chilling laugh.
Look at me now, a transmigrator so accomplished she can finally read the letters.
Curled up with a black book, the lady turned the pages, smiling to herself.
Now that I can read, let me dig through Evangeline's diary and hunt down a summoning spell while I am at it. March 9th, year 370, but it is year 392 now. This diary has been sitting here for 20 years. Wait, then is this Evangeline's mother's diary? He swore he loved her, money or no money. Wow, what a fiery little romance. So he really did marry her just for the dowry. Never mind all that, the summoning spell, where is the summoning spell?
But the translation only half worked. Let grapes ripen on your thorn bush and figs grow on your thistles, it read.
What am I supposed to do with that? How does a grape grow on a thorn bush, you cryptic little otaku? Forget it, I will deal with this once the words make sense. Paper is not going to get up and run away.
It ran away.
My lady is doing strange things again.
Wait, did someone actually take that page and run? Who entered my room yesterday?
If you mean yesterday, that would have been Donau.
And Darnau had not shown his face today. He had done something big. The lady's crimson eyes narrowed, and a cruel smile curled across her face.
He dared to steal what is mine. I will have his head for this.
Far away, in a dark alley, someone was being dragged through the night. At the very end of the summoning rite, one line waited. Stain the earth with the martyrdom of an innocent, one who has been cast aside. By candlelight, Donau knelt and traced a circle in blood. Bound and gagged, the sacrifice thrashed and screamed against the ropes. And the innocent chosen to die was Hina's own little sister. Deep in the slums, long past midnight, the streets still reek of cheap liquor and despair.
Booze, bring out more booze.
Just one coin, my lord, please, just one.
Honestly, the captain has some nerve, making us patrol a dump like this.
Hey, do you even know who I am?
Nearby, a man mutters to himself, frustrated he cannot picture some old man's face. In a shadowed corner, a pale figure stirs, catching some faint sound in the dark.
Wait, isn't that a carriage from the Rohanson family?
What is it doing all the way down here in the slums?
Inside, a silver-haired young lady and her blonde attendant race through the night.
Hurry faster. You thief, just you wait. I'll get that spell back no matter what it takes. And then I'll take the overpowered route in this whole other world.
A pale figure tumbles through the air, robes streaming behind her like a comet's tail. Elsewhere, a red-haired girl lies bound and gagged on a cold floor, her cries swallowed by the dark.
MMPH. How did things ever end up like this?
A hand drags across the blood-slick floorboards, and a low, giddy laugh drifts through the room.
He here. Hey hey.
Her wrists are lashed tight beside a circle, painted in fresh blood.
MMPH.
Terror shines in her one visible eye, wide and glassy above the gag.
All I wanted was to wait for my sister and give a little snack to that cat I always saw around.
She had only followed the spotted stray that lingered near the alley.
My sister said not to wander at night, but it's daytime, so it should be fine.
She never noticed the man closing in behind her. A blade flashes in the dark, and even the little cat is not spared.
He here. You've waited a long time for this, haven't you? It's finally time to offer the sacrifice.
He seizes the girl by the hair, dagger in hand, and drags her toward the circle.
An ordinary man would call this childish nonsense, but this spell is the real thing. And my judgment is excellent.
In his hands sits a book titled How to Summon a Demon. He pores over it like a man possessed.
A young lady who hanged herself, then suddenly came back to life. Who but a demon could do such a thing? Those fools panicked over a mere little girl. But I'm different. I uncovered the truth, who summoned that demon and exactly how.
Evangeline Rohanson's mother came from the mighty house of Duke Harsakin, and the Count had been draining a fortune from them in medical expenses, all under the excuse that Evangeline had been frail since childhood. The gold poured in, endless and glittering. But if Evangeline dies, every last coin of it vanishes. In his mind burns her image, silver hair, blood-red eyes, the girl said to have cheated death itself.
That damn Count. Acting all kind and generous when he's just another money-obsessed noble. I saw his filthy true nature long ago. I only glimpsed those dizzying numbers while cleaning his office, and he beat me half to death for it. And I will make a far more convincing noble than a wretch like that Count.
He reads the incantation aloud as he pins the struggling girl down.
With the hand that sheds your blood, draw the circle. Accept it with gratitude and beg for salvation.
MMPH, MMPH.
Hey now, hold still. I just need a little blood to suit the demon's taste. I barely nicked you, it's just a scratch, stop exaggerating.
A thin line of red trails down her throat as she thrashes against the ropes.
The spell again. Alright, now where was I? Let grapes ripen on thorn bushes and figs grow on thistles. Revere and worship. And welcome the angel of light.
The blade plunges down toward the helpless girl. Then something goes wrong. The air splits open and the man freezes, eyes wide with dread. From the darkness, a luminous figure takes shape, glowing like moonlight given a body. Silver hair, a gown of light, an apparition straight out of a ghost story. She descends with a radiance that steals the breath, her red eyes calm and cold.
Welcome, the angel of light, descended upon this land.
Somewhere far off, a lone trumpet seems to sound.
Ugh, damn, that actually scared me. I kicked the door out of anger. I didn't expect it to burst open like that. Must be an old one. No, more importantly, I came here to catch a thief, so what on earth is all this?
Then her gaze snaps to a familiar face across the room.
Canna.
Oh, looks like you know little Hina here.
The kidnapper keeps a cruel hand on his captive.
How dare he lay a hand on her, right when I'd finally gotten close to Hina. I won't let you get away with this. First, I have to get him away from that girl.
Evangeline Rohanson.
Why is he backing away? Because he got caught. Tell me, did you summon me? Did you prepare my summoning circle?
Yo, you're the master of that summoning circle.
Of course, that's exactly why I came to find you. Good, this is how I keep his eyes on me.
Of course, all she truly promised was that she would listen.
I want you to make me unbelievably rich, so I can live in luxury for the rest of my life.
Naturally, that's always why people steal and take hostages. Damns, but I didn't bring any money with me. What do I do now? Whatever, I'll just say anything for now. Rich, certainly. How would Count Rohanson suit you? I'll make you a count.
She extends a pale hand, and the room falls dead silent. Greed kindles in his eyes, bright and hungry in the dark.
Once I free the hostage, I'll pretend none of this happened and throw him in a cell.
A count. Yes, I like the sound of that. Taking that damn count's seat for myself doesn't sound bad at all.
Then right now.
All right.
He wrenches the dagger high, ready to seal the pact in blood. The captive can only watch, helpless in his grip.
Let's finish this deal.
Skeletal hands reach up from the circle, and this bargain is nothing like what he believes. In a dim cellar, a blow lands hard against the back of a man's skull, light bursting behind him as he crumples. The kidnapper hits the floor, sprawled across a blood-red summoning circle scrawled into the boards.
Oops, should I have chopped the back of his neck like in the movies, instead of the back of his head? If he wakes up and counterattacks, this could get ugly fast. Wait, he isn't getting up. I guess I landed a lucky shot.
Canna. Hold on, I'll get you free right away. Oh no, it won't budge. Why isn't this coming untied? This shouldn't be happening.
Move aside, Hina.
Aya, my lady.
You can't undo a knot with your hands shaking like that. They're all done.
Canna, are you okay? How did you even get caught? I told you to wait outside. You haven't even fully recovered yet. I'm sorry too, Canna. I'm just so glad you're safe.
I'm glad I wasn't too late. So the two of them are sisters. What a relief. Honestly, I want to hug them too, but that wouldn't fit the reputation of Evangeline the villainess, would it? Better to offer practical help than cry along with them. You said your name is Kana, right? So what shall we do with Darnau? Shall I lock him in the dungeon forever? Or perhaps something a little worse? Oh my, now that I look closer, there's a wound on her neck.
It's fine, really. Thanks to you both, I'm okay now.
But a bloodied hand creeps across the floor, fingers closing around a fallen blade. The man they left for beaten rises behind them, lifting the knife high.
My lady, look out.
In a blur, the blade comes down, and blood sprays across the room.
What on earth just happened?
The kidnapper lies dead, sprawled across his own summoning circle, blood pooling beneath him.
What was that just now? Did he stab his own neck just to dodge paying for his crimes? Criminals these days, I swear. I really wanted to give him a taste of justice. Sorry, he went and died on us.
It's okay, thank you for saving us. Truly, this is more than enough for me.
Hey, still saving people like this. It actually feels rewarding and heartwarming.
There's a fire over there. Shouldn't we get out of here?
Wait, what? No wonder, I thought those sparkles were fancy shalala romance fantasy magic. It was just the fire. But why is a house with no heater even on suddenly burning? There's no reason for a random fire to break out here. Come to think of it, there was a summoning circle in Darnau's house. Don't tell me that man's. Did he use my incantation to summon a fire spirit? Evangeline, you let a servant swipe your summoning spell, didn't you? Ugh, nothing ever worked for me because I couldn't even read that incantation. And now the written spell itself is going up in that fire. My perfect cheat life. Do I have to give it up just like this? Hark, this is fine, totally fine.
A room with rusty walls and the smell of mold, cold soup and a narrow, hard bed, and a single window, barely 2 spans wide. That was Kana's entire world. She had been sickly since the day she was born. It was a hard birth, and her mother died bringing her into the world. Her father then worked himself to death, paying her medical bills. And then that heavy burden passed to her older sister. One by one, the threads of her family's lives unraveled for her sake. Yet no matter how many lifelines she devoured, Kana never once got well. She should have told her sister it was hopeless, that she should just stop. But Kana wanted to live. She wanted to keep drawing this pathetic, fragile breath. Her sister called that stubborn little wish hope.
One day, you'll be able to walk out there and stroll around just like them. I promise you, I'll make it happen.
And so that little window became something precious. A tiny slice of scenery that changed a little every day. She imagined herself stepping into it, clinging to the hope her sister had promised her. Then one day, a new visitor appeared in the view, a small black cat. And not long after, a real miracle arrived.
Kana, look at this. Lady Evangeline heard your story and gave us this holy water. You don't have to be sick anymore.
But the first thing Kana felt was not joy and not happiness.
It was anger. So Dad and my sister wasted their whole lives. For just this one little bottle of water.
Her aimless resentment turned toward Lady Evangeline, the noblewoman who had handed it down as mere charity. The distant villainess she had never even met. And yet...
The moment that holy water touched me, the sickness melted away.
That being, the one who truly deserved to be called an angel, granted her salvation all over again.
So, what shall we do with this Darnau now? Lock him in the dungeon forever. And Kana, how is your neck holding up?
Don't worry about me, it's completely fine. See, I've honestly never felt better.
But moments earlier, sprawled across that summoning circle, the man had made his choice.
Sorry, he went and died on us. I never even got the chance to punish him properly.
It's okay, this is already more than enough for me.
But suicide is a cardinal sin. The man had driven the blade into his own throat, right at the heart of the circle. Mercy is not granted to those who throw away the life God gave them. There is only one place that will take in a soul like his. Flames swallow the house whole, roaring up toward the sky. Kana walks out through the falling sparks, calm and unhurried. The blistering heat washes over her.
It felt as warm as my sister's embrace, as warm as the midday sun.
Far off, someone stops to watch the strange blaze light up the night. A dark-haired young lord, sharp blue eyes fixed on the flames.
Isn't the crowd getting bigger? This has turned into a full-blown spectacle.
At the center stood a young woman with silver hair and blood-red eyes, arms crossed, utterly calm amid the chaos.
Everyone stay back, you must not approach the scene of the fire. Make way, the knights have arrived.
Someone must have reported it. Well, this is a romance fantasy after all. Their uniforms are so flashy. Especially that one, he's the most radiant of them all.
Heavy boots came striding across the cobblestones, cutting straight through the crowd.
Wait, is he coming toward me? And on top of all that, he's insanely handsome.
A black-haired man with piercing blue eyes, handsome enough to conjure memories that never even existed.
See, we used to chat in class and the teacher only scolded me. Wait, no, that whole scene is fabricated.
Excuse me.
He stopped before her, towering in a pristine white uniform.
I am Gabriel, commander of the Pararose Knights.
Black hair, that face. He has to be the male lead, doesn't he?
But what brings a young lady like you to a place like this?
Just out for a stroll. Ha, I really must look like a villainess, suspected from the very first meeting.
Then a small figure came rushing through the smoke toward her. A red-haired girl broke from the crowd and threw herself in front of the silver-haired lady.
Hannah, it's dangerous. What are you doing?
I'm touched.
That knight is interrogating you, my lady.
Still, I can't go hiding behind a girl who's already been through so much today.
Did you say a stroll?
I came to find someone. The owner of that burning house happens to be my servant.
Behind them, the flames roared higher, devouring what was left of the house.
But he's already dead, so don't let it trouble you. He deserved to die anyway.
Could you give me a more detailed explanation?
A civil servant like him has to file a report, I suppose. But where do I even begin? Would he even believe me if I said Donau summoned a fire spirit and then took his own life?
I'll explain everything. My lady's servant, Donau, kidnapped me. That's why my sister begged the young lady for help, and she came to rescue me.
Gabriel listened in silence as the embers drifted between them.
Since we never saw him come out, he must be dead. Honestly, Kana's version sounds far more convincing than mine. Wait. A black-haired male lead. And a kind, resolute girl with wavy red hair. Holy crap, Kana is the female lead.
The commander and the red-haired girl stood side by side, the very image of a destined pair.
That kidnapping just now was supposed to be the scene where the male lead rescues the female lead. But because I stepped in...
Like a curtain falling on a stage, the faded moment quietly slipped away.
Their first meeting is completely ruined. Should I have just stayed out of it?
You don't have anything else to ask, right? My lady is tired, so we'll be leaving now.
Oh, bye. Look at the female lead being so cold to the male lead, all because of me. This has truly become a villainous possession story where the original plot is destroyed. What do I do now?
If any trouble arises, please come find the Rohanson family.
He stood tall, his cape stirring in the night wind as she walked away. His blue eyes lingered on her retreating figure, quietly intent. Something about the silver-haired lady would not leave his mind. And in the gathering dark, an unnatural violet flame began to smolder. From behind, she looked like a statue of delicately carved marble, glowing in the gloom. Too flawless, he thought, for such a figure to exist in a slum like this. The reason Gabriel hadn't recognized her as a person at first was that there was nothing within her that could be called vitality. When those crimson eyes, belonging to something that should have been dead, turned to him and those red lips spoke, Gabriel was so shaken he nearly lost his words. Even as she spoke to him with perfect composure, it felt as if she regarded every human as an ant, not a shred of warmth in her. And the girl beside her seemed no more ordinary. Kana knelt with a blind, fervent devotion, like watching a fanatic in prayer. A cold unease crept down Gabriel's spine.
We didn't even try to suppress it, Commander, but the fire went out on its own. It never spread, it only burned that one house.
What do you mean?
That's not all, please come and see for yourself. We found a body at the scene of the fire.
They led him deeper into the ruins, to where something hung waiting in the dark.
How strange. Could this really be a coincidence?
Suspended upside down in a shaft of light hung a charred skeleton, crowned with great wings.
That is.
Looking like that, the corpse almost resembled an angel. Its wings were formed of ash, black and crumbling. Wings of ash, certain to crumble before they could ever flap.
Falling into the abyss, this is the mission I was given. This painting, I must complete it.
This holy angel. A faint circular halo hovered above the figure's head. It felt as if it might flicker out at any moment, like a dying candle. Once praised as a genius newcomer, his work fell out of the noble's favor, and now he lived off his wife's coin. Desperate, he needed to finish a masterpiece, and fast. But the nobles only strolled past him, and he was left grasping for scraps of favor.
I can't find any inspiration. I have to start painting soon.
So he wandered the streets, hunting for a single spark. Then, in the dark, a strange light reached out to him. He had discovered a strange, sun-like flame. Where that blazing flame had burned itself out and vanished, he found the body of a holy angel. Great wings lay broken across the cold rubble. Charred completely black, nothing left but its bones. His breath caught, eyes wide, horror and hunger rising in him together. Never had he seen anything so beautiful or so terrible. He rushed home and snatched up his brush. The bristles swept across the waiting canvas.
Yes, I can paint this. I can paint the angel. This holy angel. With paints like these, I can never recreate it perfectly.
His knives and brushes lay scattered, stained a deep red.
But something is still missing. What am I supposed to do?
His gaze fell on the gleaming palette knife. In the blade, his own hollow reflection stared back. And humming softly to himself, he began to mix his paints with something far darker than pigment. At last the work was done, a crimson circle spreading beneath his feet. Elsewhere, beneath a cold and clouded moon, stood a grand mansion. A carriage rolled home through the quiet night.
Shall I give you a room here in the mansion?
On the ride back, the young lady, Evangeline, finally spoke up.
It must be frightening to go home. Let me take care of you.
Hina's hands tightened in her lap, torn over the kind offer. She still remembered, all too clearly, how Danao had died, swallowed whole by writhing shadows, screaming into the dark. And that Kana had been delighted by so gruesome an end. That was what Hina could never understand.
Could my big sister stay with me too?
Of course.
And I want to pick out the room myself.
You may choose whichever one you like.
Seeing her sister so bright and bold felt oddly unfamiliar to Hina.
She's never been fearless like this. Did the young lady's kindness open her heart?
But the butler already knew Hina was ill, and he was watching.
Then could I take the room right below the young lady's?
The color drained from Hina's face.
Thought that room used to belong to the Countess.
She has already passed, so it has no owner now. The furniture is still there, so you could move in at once. I'll speak to the Count about it.
Hina lowered her eyes, a cold dread settling over her.
Let's just make sure the butler doesn't find out until the Count throws us out.
Sister.
I can't hear anything out there.
The bed's big enough that we can lie down together. Oh right, did you see the young lady's cat earlier?
Is that so? Well, I really do like this room.
I saw that cat back at our old home too, so finding out it's hers feels like fate.
That cat is a monster, Kana.
You know, sister. Thank you for saving me today. I was really scared.
The two sisters lay curled together in the soft lamplight, and Hina held her little sister's hand tightly. She felt guilty for thinking, even for a moment, that her sister seemed a stranger, when Kana had only hidden her terror behind a smile. No matter how Kana behaved, to Hina, she was still the same little sister, simply her beloved younger sister and nothing more. Meanwhile, in a sunlit study, a pen scratched across paper. The young lady set down her thoughts, one line at a time.
From now on, my goal is simple: become close with Kana.
The nib danced on, petals drifting past the window.
But honestly, no matter how handsome he is, maybe because he's only a character from a story.
The Count stared out from the page, black ink bleeding down his flawless face.
I don't feel the slightest romantic spark. Does that disqualify me from a romance fantasy? So I'll go all in on the female lead, the fastest way off the villainous route. From now on, whenever trouble comes, I'll be sure to protect her well. To do that, I have to write a good letter to the Count while he's away, so Kana and Hina can keep the room below mine. The light in his office was on until last night, but the butler says he left on a business trip.
Spring had settled over the Rohanson estate, its towers wreathed in falling blossoms. Word had just arrived that a certain knight intended to visit once more.
Let me see. It says there was an issue with the Donau incident, and he wishes to discuss it in person.
Didn't we already give all of our statements back then? Maybe he got curious about something while writing his report.
Or maybe there is a far more interesting reason.
Maybe he wanted to see the heroine, Kana.
How dare he come bothering Our Lady?
Kana, you really shouldn't talk about the knight like that.
Well, if I meet him briefly and make it clear how close I am with Kana, and strongly convey that I fully support their relationship. Come on, you two, hurry up and kiss already. Then maybe they'll let me show up somewhere in the protagonist's happy ending too. Please prepare some good stationery, Hina. I really should send a proper reply to Sir Gabriel.
It is good to see you again.
It has been a while, Sir Gabriel. If you're worried about Kana's condition, shall I call her in here?
If you mean the girl who was kidnapped, it seems she was not seriously injured.
What kind of male lead just says that? What do you mean she wasn't seriously injured? Every time Hina and I saw the wound on Kana's neck, our hearts ached for her. But Kana insisted on leaving the scar as it is, so in the end we let it be, crying about it together.
The reason I came today is that something has happened which requires your opinion, Lady Evangeline Rohanson. I apologize for saying this so bluntly, but you may be accused of dishonorably manipulating Donau's death.
Manipulating his death? What is he even talking about? Stay calm. Keep that composed little smile on your face.
Those words shattered her carefully laid plan like a pane of glass.
What kind of development is this supposed to be?
Please look at this.
And that is... Oh my goodness.
He set a slip of paper on the table, marked with a clumsy black scrawl.
Whoever drew that has absolutely terrible skill.
I drew it myself to help explain, so please understand if it looks a little crude.
He drew that. How can a man with such an artistic face draw worse than a kindergarten child?
Doesn't it look just like an angel when you see it this way?
I'm sorry, but no matter how I look at it, it just resembles a moth.
Donau's body was discovered at the scene exactly like this, and because of that, the people who saw the body began saying that Donau had received God's blessing.
A blessing? He kidnapped Arcana, then escaped his punishment by taking his own life.
If that were the only issue, it would have been quietly buried. But a painter made a painting of the scene and donated it to the temple, so the whole matter grew far larger. Because of that painting, all sorts of rumors are now spreading through the temple. Some even suggest that Donau's body should be enshrined there. So orders came down from above to reopen the investigation, so that his death would not be called unjust.
In the painting, the dead man glowed like a saint, bathed in light as though heaven itself had touched him.
The problem is this: if Donau is recognized as having received God's blessing, then in turn, you, Lady Rohanson, may be condemned for dishonorably engineering his death.
It's as if this world's story is trying to force me into the role of the villainess.
I must ask you this, my lady. Is everything you told me the truth?
What do I even say? If I change my story now, I'll only look more suspicious. Even the male lead doubts me. Besides, after asking Hina and Kana, it seems no one in this world even knows whether spirits truly exist.
Spirits? Do such things really exist?
I only ever heard of them in fairy tales my older sister read me as a child.
If I claim now that Donau summoned a spirit, they will definitely never believe me. Then allow me to ask you the opposite. Do you believe that I lied?
Gabriel considered her in silence, one leg crossed over the other, his face unreadable.
I do not believe Donau received any blessing. However, it is true that his death is strange.
His cold blue eyes fixed on her, weighing every word she spoke. A long, taut silence stretched between the knight and the lady.
You want to help me?
Yes, it may not be my place to say so, but
What is that expression on his face? Wait, is he actually blushing? Based on my long career as a reader of romance fantasy, this is definitely a flag. The flag where the male lead falls for the villainess while she's trying to escape her fate. I really underestimated villainous possession stories. How foolish of me, not knowing my place. I have no interest in you whatsoever. I absolutely must cut this flag off right now.
Yes, I assumed as much, that my lady has little interest in people. Even so, that does not matter to me. I simply find you intriguing.
Enough with the dramatic romance fantasy close-ups, and stop scattering flower petals everywhere. Does sugar water run through this man's veins instead of blood? I can't take it. The romance fantasy world is terrifying. Returning to the main point, the reason I went after Donau was not simply because he had kidnapped Kana. He stole my drawing and ran off, so I chased him, and that was when I found Kana tied up. This circular symbol is the one in question.
Could you please explain what this symbol is?
That is a summoning circle.
And what does it summon?
Well, the people here seem to believe in gods more than spirits. Whatever. Honestly, I have no idea.
She sat there, poised and luminous, every inch the enigmatic noblewoman.
Perhaps it summons an angel.
I wish to help you.
In the quiet hall, the knight and the villainess sat facing one another across a low table. Everything around them fell still, as though the world itself was holding its breath to watch Evangeline Rohanson. Birds froze mid-flight and dropped from the sky. Petals stopped drifting on the wind and folded themselves back into buds once more. When the orchestra that had been playing so majestically fell silent, only the sound of a single heartbeat remained in all the world.
You wish to help me? Foolish. You do not even know your place.
She smiled, and it was the smile of something vast, ancient, and inhuman. Before her, he was nothing, a mere mote beneath a towering presence. And yet, small as he was, he did not look away from her. Gabriel understood it now. Do humans take any interest in the ants crawling in their gardens? Since she had not crushed them out of mere boredom, perhaps he ought to be grateful for her mercy instead. To her, that was all he was, a speck beneath a boundless, indifferent sky. Even if someone trampled a whole swarm of ants and crushed them, it would not be a sin, so long as they never even noticed. Evangeline was merely irritated that a worthless little ant had wandered into her house.
I simply find you intriguing.
He stood before that vast indifference, and he did not waver. Even if that reaction was hostile, the fact that he had drawn any emotion at all from Evangeline was, to him, quite encouraging. To Gabriel, it felt like watching a flower bloom from a withered, ancient tree where no blossom should ever have grown. Pale violet light rained down through its impassable branches. The great tree loomed in the mist, silent and strange. Later, far from the manor, Gabriel stood frozen on a fog-shrouded path, his eyes caught on an enormous cherry tree.
Commander, what are you looking at?
He did not answer at first, his gaze fixed on something up among the branches.
Wow, that is an enormous tree. Are cherry trees usually that big?
As Rafaela said, no one knew what had ever nourished it, but it was an unusually massive tree. When Gabriel looked back again, the figure that had seemed to hang from the cherry tree had vanished. Only blossoms remained, drifting softly in the still air. Perhaps he had only mistaken the drooping petals for the shape of a person.
A lone carriage rolls through snow-blanketed streets, its wheels crunching in the silence of a winter night. A single jewel-winged butterfly drifts down through the cold air, strangely out of place in the frozen city. Its wings shimmer teal and gold, fragile against the pale snow. Then a flash of red tears across the white, and something unseen seems to answer it. Behind the glass of the carriage, a dark figure sits still, lost deep in thought. Inside, he turns the case over in his mind, piece by uneasy piece. He is the commander, sharp and severe in his black and silver uniform.
An illusion of Evangeline Rohanson hanging herself. It is far from amusing. Is this because of the testimonies I heard before I visited the Count's estate? While I was gathering information on Evangeline Rohanson, a priest gave me an account. He swore he witnessed her rise from the dead. Yet the temple held no funeral records for Evangeline at all. On the contrary, the one who hanged himself was the very priest meant to preside over her funeral, and he left no suicide note.
In life, he had gathered the desperate around him, bathed in a false and golden light.
The only traces he left were secret sermons, and money embezzled from the grieving families the temple had cast aside. There were whispers behind his back that he died of divine punishment.
Commander, now that I think of it, about that scrap of paper we found at the scene.
Angel.
From the look of it, they were trying to summon an angel, or something like one.
Red roses bloom in the dark around a body left swaying, beautiful and terribly wrong.
So that summoning circle is the only solid clue we have, if it truly is a spell to summon something that grants wishes.
I heard such practices were quite common long ago, at least until the great purge of the shamans who practiced them. I don't know exactly when that was. Perhaps when I was young, or even before my time.
Rafaela, do you happen to know anything about sorcery?
The instant the word leaves his lips, the reins snap taut and the horses lurch. The animal rears and twists violently against its harness.
What was that? Commander, are you all right? Hey, you said you were good at driving.
I apologize. A cat suddenly leapt out in front of us.
A long spotted tail flicks away into the shadows, its owner already gone.
My subordinate and I are unharmed, so it is fine.
I would sooner be hurt myself than strike anyone with the carriage.
Commander, I think my heart just dropped.
There, easy now, calm down.
Commander, let us be on our way.
The carriage nearly overturned the very moment I spoke of sorcery.
The commander's cold blue eyes narrow, unconvinced.
Is it truly mere coincidence?
The question lingers, read and unanswered, as the night carries them on. Far away, morning breaks warm and golden over a quiet monastery. A broom scratches gently across the stone as the day begins.
Did you hear about that sacred painting hanging in the great temple?
Oh, you mean that one?
I heard a young lady fainted the very moment she laid eyes on it. It's so overwhelming that even the Pararose knights feel it. They say she met the sun god himself in her dream. A knight named Michelle apparently can hardly tear herself away from the front of it.
What I heard was that the high priest gave an enormous offering to the artist in thanks.
What, he went that far?
I'm telling you it's true. Rumor says he praised it to the skies.
Just how well was it painted? I would like to see it sometime.
A young sister named Daisy slows as a voice calls out to her.
Sister Daisy.
Nearby, a robed figure lingers, and the sisters lower their voices.
Oh dear, Sister Daisy, you must not know, since you haven't been here long. That man is a notorious lecher in this monastery. Don't even go near him. He makes a pass at every newcomer without fail.
Daisy stiffens, a dark unease seeming to coil at her back. A shadow appears to breathe behind her, and her expression hardens.
Thank you for letting me know.
That night, she slips away to the towering shelves of the library.
He might send someone to my room, so I should just stay here. I'll wait here until dawn and tidy the library while I'm at it.
But in the dark between the shelves, a figure in white kneels, stained with blood. Unaware, Daisy reaches for the shelves, her back to the deepening gloom. A lantern flickers, its small flame trembling. The candle within sputters, as if something has stirred the air. She lifts the lantern higher, pushing back the shadows.
Is someone there?
A robed figure retreats down the corridor ahead of her. Daisy's violet eyes widen, wary in the trembling lantern light.
Zisto.
We clearly told you Priest Burga summoned you, so why are you wandering about at night?
Come with us, immediately.
They march her down the lantern-lit hall, boots echoing off the cold stone.
By the way, do you think the priest will come back to his senses if he sees this girl?
Maybe he does love women, after all.
What? Don't tell me Priest Burga never called for me at all, and these two are dragging me there on their own. Ugh.
We'll let you out once the priest is better.
They shove her forward, and she stumbles hard to the floor.
Ugh. Is this the place?
Right now, I must complete it.
His bloodied hands press against the floor, and the ground seems to ripple beneath them. Blood scatters across the dark as the ritual claws its way toward life.
No, what is this? That is.
I must complete the hidden part. I have to finish it. I must complete it right now.
His hollow eyes burned with a feverish, ritual madness. Bloodied fingers dragged across the floor as dark ripples spread beneath them. The moment she saw that summoning circle drawn on the floor, raw terror drained the color from the young maid's face. Why she had been drawn here no longer mattered. That day, strange symbols glowed to life across the ground. A pale figure trembled and wept, clutched in grief she could not shake, and the countless eyes she could never forget. A writhing mass of glowing blue eyes coiled through the dark like a living nightmare. One vast eye opened at its center, fixing on her. An overwhelming terror was revived within Daisy.
No. After all the work I did to escape, I have to stop that summoning circle. No matter who it is, I have to stop this ritual right now.
The priest crumpled, blood haloing his shattered head as he fell.
Something, what could it be?
Just ignore it and leave it alone.
A pale hand reached out, and a low, broken giggle slipped free.
He.
Hey, I heard something over there.
A figure knelt over a fallen book, blood pooling across the floor.
You put that woman in there knowing exactly what would happen.
Daisy shrank back, her wide eyes shining with dread.
Eyes, what have I done? I only meant to stop him. What if I get caught?
A pale shape drifted down the darkened stairs. Killing a priest was a deeper sin than killing anyone else, because she had dared to kill someone beloved by God.
If I'm caught, I'll be executed. If only someone would help me. What is this? Hair?
A grinning mouth split open, lined with jagged teeth and a lolling red tongue.
Shall I help you?
A black-haired horror unfurled above her, endless and hungry.
Ugh.
SHH. You must stay quiet. You said you didn't want to be caught, right? I let go if you promise to stay quiet.
Who is this person? No, is this thing even human?
I came because I smelled that guy, but why are you all alone?
That guy's, you mean?
Don't you know, the one with many parts? They call it aloros.
So many eyes.
The creature's golden eyes curved with a delighted, predatory smile.
I have business with him. You'll have to take me to him.
What, but that's...
You have no choice, even if you hate it. You've already made a wish, haven't you? You came at a bargain price. So you'll do at least that much to break even.
The priest's broken, blood-soaked body sprawled across the floor.
Bleg, looking at him again, what an unappetizing sacrifice. No one but a hungry wretch like me would even glance at him. Oh, I nearly forgot the after-service.
Two robed bodies stood headless, soft flowers blooming where their faces had been.
Snip and thud. Roll, roll, oops, his head fell off. And a step.
Two corpses now remade into blossoms, standing side by side like an offering. The priests returned as if nothing had happened, only faint blood staining their collars. Daisy stayed on her knees, ringed by 100 silent, watching eyes. She lay limp on the cold floor, drained of every ounce of strength.
Ahohis hahoha. Yes, it's quite good, hahoha. It's perfect.
What you're looking for is over there.
Indeed, I can smell it clearly. Has he made quite the home for himself there?
Perhaps.
Then I'll be on my way.
Cherry petals drifted through the air, glowing like scattered embers.
That tree, its flowers still haven't fallen.
Daisy stared at the blossoms in aching silence. Not since the young lady hanged herself and died.
Where shall I take you? Where shall I take you?
A cold, creeping presence slid over the unsuspecting coachman.
Where shall I take you?
To the temple.
Oh.
A white-haired young lady in a deep green gown stepped into the garden's light.
What is this? I haven't seen this one before. A talking wolf.
Save me.
In a cold and silent chamber, a great spotted beast lay curled upon the floor, sleeping like nothing more than a house pet. Its eye cracked open, a flash of ice blue, sensing that it was no longer alone.
Haha, I wondered what you were doing in a place like this. So you were playing the role of a pet. That does not suit you at all, you have fallen. In quite far Aloros.
The name struck like a whip. Fur bristling and eyes blazing blue, the beast reared up with a roar of wounded pride. But pride alone could not save him, and the fallen one was struck down into the dark.
Hell, where did this garden come from? Wait, what in the world is this? A wounded black wolf right here. I have never seen this one before.
Please save me.
Is it a werewolf? Then this is basically a simple formula. No need to overthink it. 1 + 1 = 2. A talking wolf equals a handsome werewolf. Gabriel is the male lead, so this one must be the second male lead. I can already guess how it goes. The heroine Canna gets bullied by the villainess. And while she cries alone in the garden, she happens to find an injured wolf. Romance fantasies always have beast folk hunted by slave traders, so the heroine heals the wolf and protects him. And since she thinks he is only an animal, there is plenty of cuddling too. Then he turns into a handsome man, sparks fly, and that is the whole story. He even whines, "Why are you not petting me? You said I was cute." Wow, a whole romance fantasy wrapped up in an instant. So all I have to do is play my part. This is perfect.
The wolf's tongue lapped at her hand, and she smiled back, just a little stiffly.
Ah, this will not do. I need to fetch Canna and let her be the one to save him. Ugh.
Please save me.
Even if you beg like that, I cannot move someone as big as you all by myself. Huh, how did you get inside my room? Wait, was that you just now?
Yes.
Teleportation, so beast folk can use magic in this world setting. Shall I at least give you some first aid? But how do I treat this? I cannot see the wound clearly because you have all this fur.
Then please wait a moment. If I do this, you can see it clearly now, yes.
In a swirl of shadow, the wolf rose as a tall man, long black hair and cruel violet marks tracing his skin, anything but harmless.
Goodness, that wound is far worse than first aid can handle. What should I do? Should I call a physician?
Just then a cream-furred leopard cat padded in, something glinting in its jaws.
Pudding, what have you brought me? Other people's cats bring home cockroaches, but ours brings holy water. What a clever little baby fairy. Well done, Pudding, good girl. But even for a fantasy cat, can it really be this clever? Could Pudding be a beast folk too? No way, well, I do not know. I should deal with my urgent patient first. Huh, why are you cowering in the corner like that?
The great dark man had pressed himself into the far corner, flinching from the little vial as if it were poison.
You must be in so much pain. Here, drink this.
Pardon, drink this.
Is it because you have never tried holy water before? Do not be so picky, you will recover much faster if you drink it. Even if it tastes bad, just bear it for a moment.
Ugh, cough.
The holy water seared him from the inside, and he doubled over, coughing violently.
Oh, I almost forgot something important. What is your name? Are you not going to answer me? Well, if he is a runaway beast folk, his name might be hard to give up. All right then. Since you have such cute little jelly paws in your wolf form, I will call you Jelly.
Ugh, that is just cruel.
Night fell over the Rohanson residence. The staff could rest only once every curtain was drawn and every light snuffed out, everywhere but the Count's office and the third floor. A lone maid moved down the hall, her lantern throwing long shadows. The floors rotated among the staff, and tonight the fourth floor fell to Olive. A co-worker had promised her it was not so frightening. Lady Evangeline never left her room, so she need only mind her work.
Why did they lie to me? After listening to these agonized groans for so long, how could anyone call this place anything but terrifying?
She crept along the corridor with only her lantern to guide her. And the more lamps she put out, one by one, the closer that awful sound seemed to crawl. Then something dark and wet gleamed at the very edge of the light.
Ika.
She reeled backward in terror, her lantern swinging wildly. And in that instant, a pale hand caught her from behind.
Please be careful. If you fall backward from here, the stairs are right below you.
A red-haired maid stood at the top of the grand staircase, steadying her with a gentle smile. The stranger held her firmly until the fright had passed. Olive clutched her lantern, staring at the maid who had appeared from nowhere.
Why are you so late? Return the lantern and we are finished. I am worn out from waiting.
Thank you. Wait, I am the last one.
Everyone else went to bed long ago. You are the last one up.
That cannot be.
The night is dangerous, so please return to your room now.
But Miss Canna had not finished her own work yet.
What nonsense are you talking about? There is no one by that name assigned to the night shift today.
Somewhere in the dark, the red-haired maid smiled, her crimson eyes gleaming, a girl who was never on any roster at all. And so a new rule joined the whispers of the manor. At night, do not carry lanterns.
In a canopied bed, a silver-haired woman lies fast asleep, her hair spilling like silk across the sheets. But in the shadows nearby, something recoils, trembling in the dark. A crimson glow flickers across the floor as a black-haired figure shudders in pain. Then, with a wet splatter, blood spills across the tiles, and the very air seems to burn.
Damn it, that hurts like hell. It feels like my skin is on fire. Who knew a few drops of holy water could pack such a punch? Just what exactly is that thing?
Yellow eyes wide, the demon stares into the red-soaked dark, frozen with dread. Before him floats a woman wreathed in pale light, her red eyes glowing, beautiful and utterly terrifying.
No, my very instincts were screaming at me to freeze. To think that I, Andras, would be brought to my knees, and that Floros would be reduced to a fawning little kitten. Is there any being other than a god capable of such a thing? And yet whatever that thing is, it is certainly no god. I don't know who performed the summoning, but they dragged out a true monster. Quiet, Andras.
A slender, pale hand reaches out through the gloom.
Do you want another drink of holy water?
Hey, you damn furball, if you hadn't handed her the holy water to begin with.
Excuse me. Mr. Jelly, you are being loud enough to be heard all the way downstairs. You are frightening my sister. Could you please lower your voice?
See, even Canna, my lady's favorite, agrees. Good grief. I'm the victim here, yet I'm the one being treated like the villain.
Dawn breaks over the estate, sunlight spilling through the tall, arched glass. Beyond the windows, the garden glows afresh, quiet green as a new day begins.
Sleep paralysis. I barely slept, thanks to that ghost wailing all night long. Ugh, a ghost in a romance fantasy novel. I must still be half asleep, because all of this still feels like a dream. At least this warmth beside me anchors me to reality, or does it? It lacks the heavy texture of the world I knew. It isn't quite a dream, though, not really. This place isn't so different, is it? Let's not overthink it, it will only make me homesick. Good morning, Pudding. Did you sleep well? Get down from there, now.
Why does he get special treatment?
Because I refuse to share a bed with a grown man.
What? But he can turn into a human too. He is just like me, he's faking it.
Ignoring the wolf's protests, she squeezes the little leopard smugly to her chest.
Is that true?
That night, she drifts off with the tiny leopard curled against her.
Actually, on second thought, let's not.
In her arms, the little beast begins to shimmer with a soft light.
Do you hate me?
Oh, come on, he's just a baby. Thank goodness I wasn't cuddling a grown man. I really wasn't cuddling a grown man. What a relief. Besides, perhaps this is better. Just as I woke up in this body without any warning. Who is to say I won't vanish from it just as suddenly? If Pudding loses his owner overnight, at least he won't be lonely with a fellow beastkin like Jelly around.
Okay.
Nearby, the black wolf bristles, crackling with jealous fury.
Hey, get down from there. I said get down right now. Now, you two really need to get along.
My lady, it is Canna. Are you awake?
Yes, good morning, both of you.
Good morning, my lady. Do you have any tasks for me today?
She is so diligent. Is it because she's the female lead? Oh, stop. I told you that you don't need to do all this. I refuse to be the wicked villainess who bosses the female lead around.
Canna only wishes to repay your kindness, my lady.
Well, if you insist. Actually, Sir Gabriel promised to help me with a matter, but I haven't heard a word from him. Could you check whether everything is proceeding smoothly with him? And take this for your trouble and a little extra allowance. Buy whatever you like on the way back. Hee hee, this should keep the female lead's affection from dropping, right?
Oh my, this is enough to buy a whole house. I think this is far too much.
It's fine, really. Just have a safe trip.
She waves the two maids off with a gentle smile.
Don't get hurt, don't get scammed, and watch out for strange people and speeding carriages.
Left alone, Canna folds her hands in prayer, and behind her, countless crimson eyes seem to open in the dark.
So I know that everything will be just fine.
Wow, Unnai, look over there. All the shops are sparkling. Hey, should we stop by a dress shop too? Let's also buy some dessert for my lady.
Canna, are you really going to spend the money my lady gave us?
Why not? It's money she gave us to use.
Still, the blonde elder sister fidgets, uneasy about spending their mistress's coins so freely.
Sorry, Unnai. I've just never been to places like this before.
Canna, was I too harsh on a girl who's been sick her whole life and never even saw a busy street? Then, should we stop by on the way back?
Really? On the way back, but only for a little while, okay? Honestly, Unnai, you worry far too much about how my lady will react. Someday you too will realize just how much our lady truly cherishes us.
And their lady is no ordinary woman. A radiant spirit with white hair and crimson eyes, she cradles the two girls inside a glowing orb, watching over them from afar. Her power drapes the world in soft white feathers, each one marked with a single watchful eye.
Unnai, look at this. It seems you can't see it, but because Our Lady worries about us, she even attached little eyes like these to keep us safe. So cute.
Canna cups one of the tiny guardian eyes in her hands, delighted by the gift only she can see. She smiles, wrapped in the quiet love of a mistress the world will never understand.
The older sister, who always sacrificed everything for her sick little sister. I only hope she finds a little happiness through this chance.
The carriage reaches the grand temple, its white spires piercing a pale sky. Nobles in fine dress stream toward the temple gates.
That emblem on the carriage, which family's crest is that?
What crest? A crow.
No, it's a phoenix. That's the Rohanson Count's family.
Did the Rohanson Count's family have a child?
There's that one sickly daughter, you know.
Or maybe she revived, just like her family's emblem. What a joke.
Excuse me, are you the Rohanson young lady?
You must be mistaken, we only arrived in her carriage. We are simply Our Lady's maids.
Ours really, well then.
The man folds his arms, a smug smile curling across his face.
For servants of the Rohanson young lady, the two of you are dressed far too shabbily.
If I had known this would happen, I really should have stopped by the dress shop like Canna wanted. To think I would end up staining my lady's name.
Your lady is quite something. If she sends you somewhere public like the temple, she should at least lend you decent clothes, right? I heard the Rohanson family had money. I guess that wasn't true.
Cold sweat beads on Canna's brow as the insults pile higher and higher. Beneath her plain dress, the guardian eyes begin to stir.
Since she was cast off by her mother's house, the Duke Hosakin family, perhaps she can't even afford clothes for her maids.
That expression on Canna's face, I have never seen it before. No, or have I seen it once? Canna isn't going to kill that man right here, is she?
Shadows gather around the red-haired maid as a dark power wells up inside her. A black ribbon slips loose amid the swirling gloom.
Please, I truly hope not. Why did it suddenly go so quiet?
Hina turns, unease flickering in her green eyes. A black-gloved hand reaches out of the dark. A figure in a flowing white gown rises against a wash of red light. Silver hair, blood-red eyes, the mistress herself has come. She stands like a bride draped in white, serene, and yet utterly terrifying. Earlier that day, in the grand Rohanson mansion, the lady dines alone with only her loyal butler at her side. A lavish banquet is spread before her, yet the great hall feels hollow and empty.
Are my own parents waiting for me somewhere, with feelings like these too? Are they living well, I wonder? I miss them.
You mean the Hina and Canna sisters? They likely haven't even reached the Grand Temple yet. Please focus on your meal.
But
A trembling maid carries in a salad and drops the entire dish.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me just this once.
seeing that, how am I supposed to swallow another bite? Even now, they all treat me like a villainess. Huh, it's fine. Just have the butler treat it with holy water. I miss Kana and Hina. I miss them so terribly much. I'm so lonely I could die. Jelly, let's go and see Kana.
Aren't you doting far too much on just that one person? This is pure overprotection, you know.
Grumbling all the while, her familiar takes her by the hand.
There, I slipped us into the carriage without a soul noticing. Be grateful.
Yes, you did wonderfully.
Even as he complains, Jelly does everything she asks of him.
Hi. It sounds awfully noisy out there.
Both of them are dressed far too shabbily.
From inside the carriage, the lady catches every cruel word.
Since she was abandoned by her mother's house, the Duke Hosakin family, can she not even afford clothes for her maids?
No, what in the world is that bastard saying to my girls right now?
A whisper races through the crowd. Just wait, the villainess is stepping out right now. The carriage door opens, and she descends with Jelly at her side. Her white gown sweeps slowly across the temple stones.
Young master.
Now then, what exactly were you saying to my children?
In the shadow of a great temple, a red-haired attendant stands frozen, her sheltered mistress Kana close at her side.
Young lady, oh, thank goodness you're here.
You could have just waited for me.
I came out because I was worried about you.
Kana lowers her eyes, delicate and unsure, a girl who has barely stepped beyond her own home.
If the young lady had arrived just a moment later.
Her sweet smile twists into something cruel, and unseen insects glint at her fingertips.
That man would have done something to Kana. No, Kana grew up shut away at home. She knows nothing of the world. What power could a girl like her possibly have to harm a grown man? There's no way.
A carriage sweeps up to the temple gates, and its door swings slowly open.
Young master, just what were you discussing with my children? La Lady Rohanson.
Evangeline Rohanson.
Yo, you came together, but why did you get off so late?
I was resting in the carriage. I am rather weak, and you are.
Oh, forgive me. I am Anulin of the Marquisate. Of Benzin. I saw these two were here for the first time, and I meant to guide them.
I thought you were joking, lumping the Count House of Rohanson in with the Duke House of Hosakin. Since you come from a Marquis family, I'll even mention a Duke House for you. Now let's see. Are my clothes also too shabby for the temple? I didn't buy anything new either. I just threw on something from the corner of my dressing room, so what?
No, well that is, I mean.
The great temple, no matter what clothes you wear, will always welcome the lady.
See, Sir Gabriel.
Since I arrived late myself.
No, not at all. It's an honor if I was any help to you, sir. Well then, I have some urgent business, so.
He scurries off, while Gabriel watches him go, cold and unimpressed.
Good grief, he handles that shabby man so easily. Why is Kana so hopeless?
Did the lady come to see the paintings?
No, I meant to send only the children, but I worried about them going alone, and I was curious about the temple myself.
Speaking of which, would you two like to see the paintings while we're here? They may be taken down soon.
Yes, I'd love to. What about you, miss?
I'll pray while you two look at the paintings. I have no wish to stare at paintings of corpses.
Then I'll assign a knight to you, Uriel.
Yes, Commander. Please follow me this way, my lady. I'll guide the two of you.
Phew, I was afraid Gabriel might offer to guide me himself. What a relief. I hope he loses all interest in me, just like that.
Gabriel turns away, his embroidered cape sweeping behind him. The spires of the great temple rise pale and vast against the sky.
I heard you're working to keep the lady from falling under suspicion. How is that going?
Regrettably, there's been no progress. More and more people come to see the paintings, and they keep spreading the rumors by word of mouth.
Then are all those people here to see the paintings too?
Yes, most of them. But some come for reasons other than the paintings.
At the heart of the courtyard, a great fountain spills clear, gleaming water. A visitor cups the shimmering water in trembling hands. A woman lifts the glowing water to her lips and drinks.
It's my first time seeing something so noble. Is the water in that fountain safe to drink?
Yes, because it is holy water.
Kana gazes on, wide-eyed, as an eerie green glow washes over her face.
Not every visitor is allowed to drink it. It's a privilege granted only to those who give generous donations. A little performance to flaunt the temple's wealth and power.
The water settles, rippling slowly into stillness. Kana tightens her grip on her companion's hand.
The paintings. Which direction are they in?
That way. People who see that painting split into two extremes. One side finds it truly beautiful, and the other finds it deeply unpleasant.
Just what is that painting supposed to be? Ugh. God's blessing, this. Holy truly. This painting.
Even a portrait of the most wretched soul's death would be lovelier than this.
On the canvas, a burning skeleton writhes in a storm of red and green rot, hideous beyond words.
Indeed.
Kana clutches her hands to her chest, shaken to her very core.
Kana, what's wrong?
That is absurd. How can anyone look at something like that and praise it? It is not just unpleasant. Looking at it makes me feel sick. My little sister Kana presses close beside me, her eyes fixed on the canvas. Indeed, I murmur, it unsettles me too.
Then Kana lifts both hands to her chest, her young face glowing with quiet awe.
It is truly beautiful.
To Kana, this painting looks beautiful.
Across the canvas, a radiant, golden figure kneels in holy prayer.
If she saw the same thing I did, she could never call it beautiful. Then she must be seeing a completely different image than mine.
A slender pen drips fresh blood across a tangle of scrawled lines.
What kind of magic did the painter use to create such a contradictory work? And if someone believes the painting is beautiful, no matter how much truth you tell them, they would only think you are belittling it.
It seems the painting looks different to you, Miss Kana. To me, it appears extremely disturbing.
What could the difference be?
I am not sure.
They say it is only a difference in faith, but...
Commander, you are here.
Rafaela,
Something urgent has happened. You must come at once.
would you two please wait here? I must step away for a moment.
Yes, we will wait right here. Honestly, I want to leave this place immediately. Sister! Sister, does that painting look different to you too?
To me, that symbol looks like an eye.
Against a churning storm of cosmic light, her words send a cold dread crawling up my spine. Kana's green eyes waver, unease flickering across her pale face.
That is impossible. An eye, it looks exactly the same as what I saw. Then Kana. Did Kana just say the exact same horror I saw? Was beautiful. An ordinary person would never stare at a human eyeball, torn out of its socket, and call it beautiful. Kana. Something inside her has broken. I do not know if it happened after she was kidnapped by Donau, or after she met my lady, Evangeline Rohanson. Perhaps she was always like this, and it was simply hidden behind her frail little body. But what could I possibly say to my younger sister?
In a wash of golden light, Kana spins and laughs, happier than she has ever been.
Should I tell her she is not normal? After being sick her whole life, she has finally started to smile. I cannot wound her like that. If she wishes to stay by my lady's side, it may be better to simply leave things as they are.
Sister.
Listen carefully. Do not tell anyone that you see an eye. Just say the painting looks holy to you like everyone else. Do you understand? The temple regards this painting as sacred, so it should not cause any trouble.
I understand, sister.
When I look at her smiling like this, nothing about Kana seems strange at all. But what if all of this is just an excuse? Because I cannot bear to face my own sister. No! I will always do what is best for my sister.
Far from the temple's shadows, morning light spills across a grand marble hall. There a silver-haired lady stirs from sleep, a single tear glistening on her lashes.
Why is it so warm and sleepy in here? I thought if I came to a place like this, I might receive the transmigrator's bonus and finally speak to a god.
In a blaze of gold, a divine hand reaches toward her, just out of touch.
But I could not even glimpse one in my dreams. Sigh, maybe I let my imagination run too wild. Have you been waiting long?
Not at all. Some believers pray here all day long. Then shall I escort you to the commander.
Before that, may I ask a small favor? I would like to purchase some holy water. If there is no transmigrator bonus, then I should at least stock up on healing items. For some reason, they have no effect on me. Would 10 of them be all right?
A gleaming tray arrives, stacked with 10 vials of holy water.
My lady, that is impressive. Even with several years of my salary, I could not afford that much.
He sounds more like a shop clerk than a knight. More importantly, how am I supposed to carry all of this? It would be such a bother for me to carry it myself. Jelly.
Surely you do not expect me to carry it.
Then should I carry it myself?
No, that is cruel. You are worse than a demon.
Jelly, pick it up while I am still asking nicely. Is he sulking like that just because he does not want to carry the luggage? Honestly, it is not even that heavy. Whatever, he will follow me anyway. He is a werewolf, after all, so he can just track me by scent.
The lady sweeps away from the glittering fountain, her weeping servant trailing behind.
And those two people over there.
I wonder what the difference really is.
They say it comes down to a difference in piety, but, well,
A robed figure withdraws down the corridor, leaving the guests to their unease.
Commander, here you are.
Rafaela,
An urgent matter has come up. You need to come at once.
would you two mind waiting here? I have to step away for a moment.
Of course, we'll wait right here.
Her pale gown sweeps the marble as the commander is led away.
What is it, Rafaela?
First, I looked into the rumors about Lady Evangeline. Someone swears they saw the young lady die and then come back to life. They say she summoned something through the magic circle in Donau's painting. And that thing she called forth, they insist it was no angel.
In the retelling, a summoning circle flares to life inside the temple. Two guards flank the witness, a nervous young woman in dark robes, hands clasped tight.
Priest Burga summoned something like a demon with that circle. The people it killed, their heads were severed and then joined back on. Yet they behaved as if nothing had happened. If not for the red line across their necks, no one could tell them from ordinary people. That is why I came to the temple, to see the painting priest Burga spoke of. I found a summoning circle hidden inside it, so I decided to testify, so that it would be destroyed.
The commander studies her in silence, his blue eyes giving nothing away.
Beings that died and were revived by a demon all bear a red line across the neck. But Evangeline Rohanson's neck was clean.
In his memory she rises, white hair spilling like silk, beautiful and wrong.
She too came back from the dead, so why is she different? What was it that made that woman so special?
The memory of her simply will not leave him. The sight of orange light bleeding into her white hair is still vivid. Like a flower blooming from a dry, lifeless tree, a corpse that moves, defying the will of the gods, an existence that stirs curiosity and something closer to fear than to reverence. In his hand, a pale bloom opens around a single drop of red.
Because if that being wearing Evangeline's face ever tired of the act and stopped, no one knows what might happen. Yes, that must be why I am doing all of this.
Alone with his doubts, the commander comes to a decision.
It would be good to share this testimony with those who favor Evangeline. Go and bring the guests who came here with me.
Commander, I have brought your guests.
Lead them this way.
Daisy, why are you here? I heard you had gone blind. Are you all right?
Hihina, who is that with you?
She is my younger sister.
Well, what have I done? I should be going now.
Miss Daisy, your testimony is not finished.
Everything I said is all there is. Isn't that enough?
She turns back once, her pale eyes haunted, then hurries away.
Was it a mistake to bring those two here? Rafaela, escort her out of the temple.
This way, please.
As she passes, Daisy leans close and breathes something into Hina's ear. A flicker of orange light, and the moment is gone.
Miss Hina, what did Miss Daisy just say to you?
Nothing. It was really nothing.
This side is proving less cooperative than I thought. In that case, I have no choice but to help Evangeline Rohanson in a different way.
Darkness closes over the corridor as his plan takes shape. Elsewhere, sunlight pours through a bright, quiet hall. Water whispers softly from a marble fountain. A silver-haired woman lifts her head, sensing she is no longer alone.
Those people over there, who are they?
Petals drift around the blind witness as she is quietly led along.
So Rafaela,
Uriel and Lady Rohanson.
hello.
I am Rafaela of the Pararose Knights. We have met before, do you remember? I was here when the fire broke out that day. Grand and wonderful, isn't it? I was lost in admiration the first time I saw this temple. You came because the commander asked for your help, right? Thank you. Oh, that's right. I heard a sister here once worked at the Rohanson mansion. Do you remember her?
Your name?
You don't recognize me. You don't even know my name.
It's because I lost my memory. Honestly, the amnesia card is my only way out of this.
My name is Daisy.
Did you leave your post because of me?
I knew it.
Just how cruelly did the villainous Evangeline behave? For this girl to shake like a leaf after one short talk. This wretched karma. I really need to work on my image. This simply won't do. You must have been so frightened, but please don't be afraid. If you wish, I'll give you any compensation you desire.
She smiles, gentle and lovely, and something cold glitters deep in her red eyes. In a vast, sunlit hall, 3 figures stand together, and among them, a woman in white with hair like silver.
If there is something you crave, come find me. I will make it reality.
The offer lingers in the air, soft and inviting, like perfume from a pale, bare shoulder. But the little maid only freezes, wide-eyed and trembling, sweat beading on her freckled cheeks.
What is with that reaction? Hold on, you didn't. Don't tell me. You've already spilled the beans about me. I'm already being framed for Donau's death, and now I have to deal with rumors of my villainous past spreading on top of that. Who was it who told them? Who did you tell?
Caesar Gabriel knows.
Phew, well, I suppose that is a relief. Gabriel has a soft spot for me, right? It should be fine. At the very least, he wouldn't do anything to jeopardize me.
Master, I have returned.
Good grief, what on earth took you so long?
Heemp, I still followed your orders and came back, didn't I? Oh, you are.
The color drains from Daisy's face, raw terror spreading through her eyes the instant she recognizes him.
Oh, Star.
Are the 2 of you acquaintances? Then allow me to see you off, sister.
It is fine, really. The carriage stop is just right over there.
I suppose, but,
Daisy hurries off across the great hall, and Gabriel is left watching the empty space where she fled.
She ran off.
Indeed she did.
Did you 2 have a pleasant chat? I made sure to keep my ears firmly shut, to respect your privacy, of course.
I wouldn't say that. It didn't seem like she wanted to talk to me at all. To be honest, I can't even recall who she is.
Pardon. Naturally. That makes sense. If you asked me to list every servant in our household, I doubt I could do it either.
He's wearing that polite smile, but why does he reek of suspicion? Daisy just bolted while talking to me. Normally, wouldn't a person ask why she reacted that way?
He simply stands there, that pleasant mask draped over something far colder underneath.
Is he secretly one of those smiling assassin types?
By the way, who is this young gentleman with you?
He is my escort.
A knight, I see. I didn't realize as you weren't carrying a sword.
Well, I am perfectly capable without one.
For just a heartbeat, something sharp flickers behind the knight's easy smile.
Is that so? You are heading to the knight's reception room to see the commander before you depart, correct? Then I should head back with you. Uriel, lead the way.
They stride off together down the bright corridor, footsteps echoing over the polished stone.
How do you know Daisy? You didn't torment her, did you? Jelly, don't you dare dodge the question.
Who, that girl from earlier, we helped each other out a bit. No, I told you I helped her, I dragged her out of the ashes and we fled together.
I think I understand the gist of the situation. First of all, the reason Jelly was so badly injured must have been because of the slave traders. It sounds like he even took care of the slave traders for good measure. I really should praise him for that. You did a great job.
You appear quite intimate with your escort.
The knight keeps smiling, but the warmth has quietly slid out of his eyes.
Oops, is it bad form to be petting another man's head, right in front of a subordinate whose boss has a crush on me? No, not at all. We are not close in the slightest, practically strangers.
Ma, master.
I see.
And now an old tale. A quiet village nestled against the Green Mountains where a strange legend began. In a desperate search for the inspiration to eclipse his last masterpiece, the artist Gymnopte wandered far and wide. Because his very first inspiration had been born from Darnau's death. Every place he sought out also reeked of the grave. Eventually, Gymnopte found a corpse that utterly captured his fascination. He approached the grieving mother who had lost her child and praised what he called the beauty of the corpse, cradling the small shrouded body as tears streamed down his face. The old woman cursed him and chased him away. Yet, unable to let go of the image, Gymnopte resorted to stealing the corpse away. He carried the body off into the darkness, clutching it like a treasure. The old woman flew into a blind rage. She and the villagers hunted Gymnopte down and beat him to death. But then something bizarre happened. The very moment his heart stopped, his final painting ignited, as if following its master to the grave.
Hug over there.
In that instant, Gymnopte's painting burst into flames. The canvas twists and blackens as the fire devours it whole.
No.
The painting has suddenly caught fire. Someone fetch the knights.
The crowd erupts into chaos as the sacred painting blazes before their eyes.
We can't let the sacred painting burn.
Out in the courtyard, Evangeline, Jelly, and the knights stop as the uproar reaches them.
Hi.
She turns toward the noise, unease flickering across her pale face. Screams tear through the air. In the middle of it all, a figure in black stands frozen beside a woman in white. High above, two temple knights look down on the panicking hall below.
What is that screaming? Something has happened. Let's go, quickly.
A pink-haired knight rushes headlong toward the heart of the blaze.
A fire all of a sudden. I'm getting a strange sense of déjà vu.
Flames race across the floor, and at their center, a painting is burning.
That is...
The crowd's horror turns wrong. They are not fleeing the fire, they are fighting to save the burning painting.
The painting is on fire. Sir Knight, the painting is burning, it's burning. Sir Knight, please.
The cries multiply into a desperate chorus, closing in around the two knights.
Sir Knight, please, you have to save it.
My goodness, every last one of them has lost their mind.
If a painting can drive people this mad, isn't it better to just let it burn?
No, I can't let the painting burn. Like this.
He thrusts his bare hands into the flames to drag the canvas free.
Michelle.
The blonde knight is swallowed by fire, and still he will not let go.
Michelle, get a hold of yourself. I told you to let go.
Ugh.
Curse it, he's going to burn to death at this rate. Should I use force to pull these people away? What is this situation?
And then a corpse whispered in his ear. The heat vanished, replaced by a chilling shiver crawling down his spine. It felt as if something massive behind him was staring intently at Rafaela. A vast, unblinking eye, and a pale figure drifting through the smoke. Evangeline Rohanson leisurely crossed through the living hell. The people who had been clinging to Rafaela now stared blankly at her instead. Their groans of agony, their screams of pain, all ceased as if they had never been. An unnatural silence swallowed the burning hall. Thanks to that, Evangeline reached Michelle without any interference. Michelle looked up at her, still clutching the painting, and in that moment, Rafaela witnessed the birth of a fanatic. Feverish eyes, a hand pressed to his heart. There was only one word for it: desire. No amount of adjectives could summarize Michelle's emotions the moment his eyes met Evangeline's. He knelt before her amid the fire, like a worshipper before an altar. What exactly did Michelle see in those eyes? Unbothered by the flames, Evangeline reached down to him. She uncorked a vial and poured its contents over the fire. Holy water rained down across the scorched floor. Empty vials clattered and rolled across the stone. When it was over, the fire was gone, and the burned knight lay at her feet.
Sir Michel.
Evangeline lifted her gaze. White hair, crimson eyes, an unearthly calm.
I've poured holy water on him, so there's no need for further treatment. Wow, are the morals and ethics of these romance fantasy people for real? Instead of saving someone who's burning, why are they all just standing there watching? They're like social media addicts filming an accident. If I hadn't pushed my slow body to catch up, that person would have been a goner. Good thing I bought plenty of holy water. Phew, now that the tension's gone, I feel completely drained.
Oh dear, we were a step too late.
In the name of Bishop Jarvania, I truly thank you for saving our temple's night.
Oh, a kindly-looking old man.
It's not much of a reward, but we shall compensate you for the holy water you used.
What a relief, I won't have to buy more. I guess it really does pay to be kind. Jelly, take this and put it in the carriage for her.
Ah, did you really bring me here just to bully me?
Listen to me before I actually start bullying you.
Yes.
Servant in tow, she turned to Lave.
Huh, the kind old man is saying something to the knight. They're too quiet, I can't hear. For some reason, he keeps glancing at me.
Bishop, may I be excused first?
Thank you, Bishop.
My lady, please this way. Your companions are with the commander.
Ah, thank you. I was wondering where my children had gone. They've been waiting a long time, I should hurry.
Somewhere ahead, two small companions wait, calling for her to hurry along.
I apologize for the late greeting.
Pardon.
Thank you for saving Michel. He's lost consciousness, but thanks to the holy water, he has no injuries. I am truly grateful.
It was only natural to do so. Am I finally clearing my bad reputation?
She takes her leave, gliding silently across the marble floor.
Dear believers, please head back now. It's far too dangerous here with the fire.
But the crowd does not move an inch.
That's strange. Why aren't they moving?
Going back, the painting has already burned away. So what are you all looking at?
She lifts a hand and points into the empty, drifting smoke. The priest looked in the direction she pointed, and then he realized. He wondered why he hadn't noticed it until now. A ghostly woman in white, crimson eyes watching them all. The rumor was standing right beside them.
Sigh, all of a sudden I feel so nervous. If that woman named Daisy told Gabriel about my villainous days, then I need to improve my image, at least a little. If Gabriel changes his mind about helping me, that is trouble. I would lose my only ally. Just picturing it makes my chest tighten. So I should watch him closely and figure out what Gabriel really thinks of me. All right, let's do this.
Flanked by her knights, Evangeline steps into the commander's hall, her nerves hidden behind a poised, silver-haired smile.
Welcome, Lady Rohanson.
Yes, I heard you were waiting for.
My lady.
Lug?
Oh my, Canna, that was dangerous.
I am sorry.
What is going on? Normally, Hina would have stopped her by now. Canna, did you perhaps argue with your sister? For her to not even notice the sister she cherishes so much.
My lady, please sit here.
Right, Gabriel is what matters right now.
Rafaela, where did Uriel go? I clearly asked him to guide the lady.
Uriel is in the infirmary, Commander. Michel was injured. What happened was...
I see. Thank you for saving Michel, my lady.
It seems the burned painting will be resolved smoothly. He never liked that painting anyway. And fewer people will question the Donau incident. With Bishop Javania there, this may work in my favor.
So what did Daisy say about me?
Well, I did not hear anything about you. That is strange. Daisy definitely said she told him.
This is the testimony of a witness who just came by.
Let me see. It says a monastery head summoned something using the circle from Donau's painting. Ah, seriously, how far did my summoning circle spread? Even a monastery head got hold of one. Then, was the painting burned because of him? Quickly, next page, next page. Evangeline Rohanson, is this about me? Wait, are you serious? My translation perk breaks at a moment like this. Why are the letters suddenly turning into gibberish? The rest of the text looks like this too.
As I told you, I did not hear anything.
Damn it, he has no idea I am in illiterate mode right now.
You may take the paper with you.
Maybe it does not say anything serious. Honestly, the only thing I can tell is that he is handsome. But he really is handsome. Canna.
Yes, my lady. I will keep it safe so it is never damaged.
What was that? It looked like she stared right through that paper. Was I imagining it?
Are you satisfied with this, my lady?
Yes, this is more than enough.
Did I not say earlier that I wish to help you?
He really knows how to phrase things nicely. I suppose that is what makes him a romance fantasy male lead.
This way, please come, my lady.
Very well. I was thinking I had stayed far too long anyway.
Master, I am here. Thank you for waiting.
Lady Rohanson.
Ah, he is probably helping me, so it is easier to get into the carriage.
Instead, Gabriel lowers his head and presses a soft kiss to the back of her hand.
I will look forward to seeing you again.
Wawet. For a moment, my mind goes completely blank.
Her attendant leads her toward the carriage, while the commander watches until the sunset swallows her from view.
What exactly was that just now?
Elsewhere, a white-haired lady with a single crimson eye went rigid, a bead of sweat sliding down her pale cheek. The noblewoman swept into her carriage while the lord bowed, watching her ride away. The carriage rolled off down a quiet street, bathed in the amber glow of sunset. Two knights stood watching, one with soft pink hair, the other dark and grim, the Empire's cold commander.
Just now, what did you do?
A farewell greeting.
The commander has gotten so strange.
Behind that steady blue stare, the commander's mind refused to let the moment go.
Her hand, it was so small. But something about it was wrong. When I pretended to kiss it, I quietly checked her pulse. The heartbeat was slow and faint. I thought it was a corpse being forced to move. And yet she was undeniably alive. Still, I am certain, whatever lives inside her is not human. Evangeline treats people like mere insects, and somehow makes it feel natural to do so. That was why Evangeline Rohanson was unlike anyone he had ever met. When I didn't even actually kiss it.
The memory of that small, cold hand simply would not leave him. Meanwhile, back at the Grand Rohanson estate, a silver fork speared a plump, glistening strawberry. Lounging in bed with a plate of fruit, the white-haired lady nibbled without a care.
Delicious. Seriously, what was that earlier? I know it was just some romance fantasy-style greeting.
I know that much perfectly well myself. Yet the instant her soft breath brushed the back of my hand, for some reason I wanted to bolt. Enough.
Stop thinking about it already.
My heart only jumped because a beautiful person sprang a honey trap on me. Yeah, that's all it was.
A bundle of red roses and a small note tucked among them. This has never happened before.
The wind is cold, my lady. You might catch a chill.
Thank you, Kana.
The red-haired maid Kana beamed, her cheeks flushing pink with quiet delight.
By now, Hina usually nags her, but Kana keeps drifting off into a daze again.
Yes, did you call me my lady? Why is she so gentle today? She isn't sick, is she?
Kana, if you're tired, you may go and rest.
No, I'm fine.
You can barely even speak. How is that fine? Go and rest.
Head bowed, the maid murmured her assent and quietly slipped away.
Kana, is she unwell? She hasn't been herself lately.
She isn't sick, but she won't tell me what's wrong either. It must be about something that woman named Daisy said back then. I should have pressed her for more. So it really is what Daisy said that's the problem. What on earth did she tell her? Maybe if I reread the testimony Daisy gave to Sir Gabriel, something will turn up. I think I can read it now.
Thought that. My ladies. I'm so sorry, that paper from earlier. I think I made a terrible mistake. I ruined it while I was washing the clothes.
Now I can't read a single word. Why is my luck so awful today?
I'm sorry, my lady. I'm truly sorry.
Wait, Kana's crying. Which jerk made her cry? Oh, it was me. It's all right. Do you really think I'd scold you over a torn scrap of paper? I'm the one who handed it to you, so this is my responsibility to begin with. Still, what do I do about what was written on it now? I can't exactly march back to Gabriel and ask again. Whatever.
You mean where Daisy lives?
Yes, I heard a maid named Daisy once worked here.
She sold her house to enter a monastery, so that would be the closest thing she has to a home now.
No, the trouble is she ran away from that monastery. Is there anywhere else Daisy might be staying?
I heard she came from the Ainoa orphanage. If she left the monastery and needed shelter for a while, she is most likely there.
I see. Jelly, buy as many loaves of bread from the bakery as you can carry. Kana, come with me to buy clothes for the orphanage children. Pudding, you stay in the carriage.
Whenever people go to volunteer at an orphanage,
they always bring food and gifts. The least I can do is follow that basic courtesy. Load it all up. I'm taking everything from here to there.
My lady, please take this umbrella too. The sky doesn't look very clear.
It looks well worn. Did she just hand me her own umbrella? How is she going to get home now? But if I refuse and people whisper that Evangeline snubs gifts from commoners, that would be a headache. I'll put it to good use. Still, a gift from someone I only just met somehow warms me. Don't slack off.
Yes.
The rain's getting heavier. The children will be cold, so let's hurry and bring them the clothes. The clothes, HM. Wait, that person over there.
Through the downpour, a girl knelt hunched on the cold stone, her braided hair soaked to the skin. She sank to the ground, her purple eyes dim, barely able to hold herself upright in the rain.
Daisy.
Now, what am I even supposed to do?
Curled alone in a narrow bed, she stares up into the dark, unable to sleep.
I can't go back to the monastery. And even if I moved somewhere new, I don't know if I could ever really live well there. Today of all days, I miss my little brothers and sisters so much. Come to think of it, I always used to stop by there before heading to the monastery. Maybe it's finally time I visited the orphanage again.
A lonely path winds through the trees to the old orphanage, tucked deep in the woods. The heavy door creaks open, and she slips inside.
Did everyone go off on a trip together or something? I'll check the director's office first. Is anyone here?
Her eyes widen. Something is horribly wrong. Dark red blossoms of blood are scattered across the floorboards at her feet.
What is this? Why is this dreadful magic circle right in front of me again?
A vast crimson circle glows across the hall, its symbols burning like embers. The color drains from her face, her wide eyes shining with terror.
Don't tell me, the director and all the children were made into sacrifices for this magic circle.
She spins through the empty halls, but nothing answers her.
Please, somebody answer me. No, if even the director and the children ended up like that.
Pale flowers glow eerily against a floor stained deep red.
What do I do? Should I run and find the guards right now? No, that won't work. There aren't even any bodies, and it's only a handful of orphans who vanished. They'll never bother to investigate. Besides, ever since that magic circle appeared, this can't be solved in any ordinary way. So then, who on earth can I possibly turn to? Just where the hell am I supposed to go?
She stumbles into a crowded street, swept along by strangers who never look down at her. Above the town, the sky churns dark and threatening.
Who should I even ask for help?
Lost and unsteady, she loses her footing in the crush of the crowd.
Smug.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Why does this kind of thing only ever happen to me?
A thin thread of red slithers through the shadows around her. Rain begins to fall, rippling across the puddles at her feet.
Someone, please help me.
She sinks to the wet ground, soaked and shaking in the downpour.
Daisy, what are you doing out here?
Lady Evangeline. How did you even get here?
Because I came looking for you.
Why me? Could it be because of that promise?
The lady's crimson eyes soften, and a knowing smile curves across her lips.
You said you would grant a single wish. I have nothing to offer but myself. So please help me.
All right, fine, I'll grant it.
Even though I knew perfectly well I should never take her hand, I clasped it anyway. In that instant, something like a snake slid up my arm and coiled tight around my throat. It felt as if I had thrown myself straight into a serpent's open mouth. And yet, for the inside of a snake to be this warm. What a strange thing.
Oh my goodness, my lady, you're completely soaked. At least put this on.
Hey, why are you taking my coat?
Daisy, you're wetter than I am. You wear it instead.
My lady, why are you giving her the one I gave you? Hey, your good days are over now.
Please be quiet, Mr. Jelly.
Now, everyone, let's not fight. So, Daisy, what exactly is this request of yours?
Well, I was raised in an orphanage from the time I was very small. Even after I left, I'd still stop by now and then. But when I visited today, everyone at the orphanage had vanished.
What, a missing person case in a romance fantasy?
My lady, this is my wish. Please bring back the director and the children.
All right, I'll find them. Do you have any guesses who's behind it?
Troy.
Unlike the kind director, Troy had a cruel streak from the time he was a boy. The director loved every child equally, and it fed a bitter jealousy in Troy. He never hesitated to hurt the ones the director cared for most. He once poured scalding stew over the arm of a child about to be adopted, scarring them so the adoption would be canceled. He starved the healthy children, sneering that they were pigs, certain no one could touch the director's own son. No scolding ever changed him. Daisy hugs herself, trembling as the memories come flooding back.
So a monster like that really exists in this world.
In the end, they drove him out, but he kept coming back, screaming that the orphanage should be destroyed.
Then this is almost certainly that man Troy's doing. Could the slave trader who captured Daisy and Jelly be tied to him as well? Just you wait, Troy. I've never once seen your face, but I'll show you exactly who you're dealing with.
Flames curl through the dark as her resolve catches fire. The hunt for Troy has begun.
At the bottom, two small children huddle together, shivering and crying in the cold.
Director, are we really going to be sold now?
Oh, my child. Just hold on a little longer. Please endure it a bit more.
Nearby, thick iron chains rattle and strain, something trapped in the dark fighting to break loose.
Everything will be all right.
Right.
Then the chains shatter, red power exploding outward into the black. A face twists in the glow, hair like blood, eyes burning with a hunger that will not die.
All right, today's quest is the case of the missing children. Shall the great detective, Lady Evangeline, finally make her move? It'll be hard to find the kidnapped children right away, especially if they're scattered and locked up separately. Tracking them all would take too long. It'd be faster to catch Troy first and make him talk. The only real problem is, how do we even find Troy? Jelly, do you think you can sniff out Troy for us?
Even for me, that's impossible.
We've got nothing to track his scent, but criminals always return to the scene of the crime. Let's go to the Ainoa orphanage.
Under a heavy moon, the night swallows the road ahead. A lone carriage rolls down a forest path, its wheels crunching through the silent dark.
There's something about this place, it's eerily quiet.
She's right, why does it feel so creepy? Like a ghost could pop out at any second. Oh, come on. This is a romance fantasy world after all. Unless the heroine has some sea-dead people setting, there's no way an actual ghost would show up.
Huh, my lady, look over there.
Wah wah, what is that? Does that mean ghosts really do exist?
What in the world is that thing? Even the way it walks isn't normal.
Wait, Troy, my lady, that person is Troy.
Oh, what? So it was just a person the whole time. Then there's absolutely nothing to be scared of. Jelly.
Me again. Ugh, what a hassle. All right, capture complete.
Now we just need to wake him up and interrogate him.
Troy hits the dirt face first, out cold before he even knew what happened.
Huh, that was almost too easy.
Wow, Tilda, you really love hitting people in the back of the head, don't you?
Daisy really is rough, better not make an enemy of her.
He's not dead, right?
Ugh, he absolutely reeks of alcohol. So he was staggering around because he was dead drunk.
How much did he drink for his face to get that red? Did he really sell those children for money and then blow it all on booze? What a textbook fantasy villain.
It looks like it'll be a while before he wakes up.
Sorry for running off and acting on my own.
For now, let's head inside and wait until he comes around.
Their footsteps echo across the cold wooden floors of the empty orphanage.
It's too dark in here. Let me grab some candles first.
Give me one too.
Here you go.
Master, I'll lay him down right here.
That's the children's bed, so please be careful not to break it.
The kids aren't even here right now anyway.
Ugh, my lady already promised she would find them.
All right, stop bickering. Let's search the orphanage for clues. Jelly, you stay here.
Yes, I'll keep an eye on this guy.
Now then, shall we search every last nook and cranny?
They sweep the hallway, empty, nothing. The bathroom, the dining hall, one by one, all of them empty.
My lady, looking at this kitchen, it seems like it was used not that long ago.
A day or two ago at most. If so, the odds the children are still safe are pretty high.
That's a relief, I suppose.
Then, faint and scratching, a voice slithers out of the silence.
Right.
What is this voice?
My lady, what's wrong?
Drawn by the sound, she moves toward it, step by careful step.
It feels like the voice is coming from this direction.
Hung's right.
My lady, let's go together.
That place is.
Her hand drifts toward the handle of a single closed door. Her fingers close around the cold handle.
No. Wait, stop. Don't open that door.
But beyond it, something red and starving is already waiting. Her candle trembles as a hand reaches for the door.
Don't open that door.
But a silver-haired noble with vivid red eyes has already stepped inside, utterly unbothered.
What's the matter? Wait, I already opened it though. Is there something dangerous inside?
The door swings wide, and a glowing red circle is etched across the floor. A summoning circle, its runes pulsing a deep crimson.
Again, it's another one of my summoning circles. At this rate, everyone in town will be using it except me.
If my lady finds out someone else used her summoning circle, who knows what she'll do?
Well, it's open now, so I might as well look. The director may have left clues before he was kidnapped.
I'll help too.
Let's see now. Judging by how tidy it is in here, it doesn't look like there was any struggle.
There's nothing inside the wardrobe.
Nothing much on the desk either. Maybe there's something in the drawer. It's locked, it won't open easily.
With a sharp crack, the lady simply snaps the drawer open by force.
Yeah, I'm fine. If it's going to open, it should open nicely.
Then a single document catches her red eyes.
This document, something about it is strange.
This is where protagonist privilege comes in.
Canna, does this look strange to you too?
Yes, if this document is accurate.
Then Daisy was completely wrong about this orphanage, or she lied to us.
What did you say? Wait, what kind of document is that?
It's a ledger, ransom prices for children sold off over the last 12 years. Once a year, sometimes twice.
She kneels among the scattered papers, her red eyes gone cold.
Daisy.
Frozen with her candle, the maid cannot meet the lady's gaze.
That can't be, that's impossible. The director was always so devoted to us, there must be some kind of mistake. Right, it's Troy's doing, that ledger must have been written by Troy.
It was found in a locked drawer in the director's own office, though.
That's because Troy is the director's son.
How old is Troy right now?
17 years old.
Then 12 years ago he was 5. Canna, do 5-year-olds these days write ledgers and run trafficking rings?
A spotted cat with a jeweled collar, Pudding, comes prowling across the floor.
Ack you crazy cat.
A dark-haired companion hoists the fallen intruder up by the collar, grumbling that the cat never fetches him the easy way.
Good job, Pudding.
She cuddles the cat, while her sulking companion mutters that she only ever dotes on him. The companion nudges the groaning captive. Hey, wake up already, I want some praise too.
Ugh, where is this? I need to stop it quickly. Daisy. You hated me so much, and now you even brought people here to capture me.
A faint summoning mark flares at his chest.
But I don't have time for this.
Troy, do you know anything about that ledger?
Well, look at you rummaging through the great and noble director's desk. But what if I do know? It's not like you'd believe me anyway, right?
For an instant, a tearful memory flickers behind his eyes. At a word from their master, the familiar wrenches Troy into a headlock. Gah.
Look, Troy, we're gathering clues to find the missing children. So why don't you cooperate?
By your looks, you're some high-ranking noble. Why should I trust you? Go enjoy your party. Toss me a few coins, play merciful, then forget me.
This lunatic dares speak to my lady like that.
Troy, do you want to be sent to the sun god right now? That boy clearly knows something, but he has no intention of talking. Even if we interrogate him, who knows how long it will take? And if something happens to the children while we waste time? That's right, I came into this room because of that voice. What is it saying? It almost sounds like it's saying it's hungry. Strange, there are no clothes at all, and the voice is coming from an empty wardrobe. Could it be that inside?
My lady, why are you suddenly climbing into the wardrobe?
Her gloved hand presses against the back panel of the wardrobe, and the wall gives way beneath her touch.
Wow, Tilda. There's obviously a suspicious passage hidden right here.
Meanwhile, back at the Rohanson mansion, night has fallen. A green-eyed maid named Hina waits, alone on the balcony.
Canna went out with my lady for a little while, but they're taking such a very long time. Could something have happened to them? If I had known this would happen, I wouldn't have ignored those words. I would have followed them.
Her eyes sharpen, clouded with dread.
If I end up never seeing Canner again. Sir Gabriel, what brings you here?
I came because I have business with Lady Evangeline Rohanson.
Oh dear, my lady is currently out.
At this hour,
The dark-haired lord's blue eyes narrow with quiet concern. Somewhere close, a voice calls out, "Miss Hina."
It's been quite a while since my lady went out and hasn't returned. I'm afraid something may have happened to her. Could you possibly help us?
I understand.
Gabriel's gaze hardens with resolve.
I will bring my knights and go with you.
Honestly, even now, I still don't know how to face her.
A trembling hand hides her face, the weight of a secret pressing down on her. By a moonlit window, two girls stand close, one soft-eyed, the other pale, with cold green eyes.
Hina, that thing is not your younger sister.
The spirit lingers behind the kneeling maid, aching to reach her and unable to.
If she knew those words shook me even for a moment, what kind of face would she make?
Then a smiling, upside-down face, with piercing green eyes, looms over a wide-eyed girl. It cups her cheek, a smug, unsettling smile curling across its lips.
Please don't worry too much. Lady Evangeline and your sister will be all right.
Yes, I understand. I'll believe in them.
A pink-haired woman turns in a haze of light, quiet resolve settling over her face. Far below, a single candle flickers on a grand staircase, a hand guiding the way down. Cloaked figures descend into the dark, following the light step by careful step.
Daisy, are you saying you don't trust my lady's judgment?
Jelly, do you smell anything down here?
Don't even ask. The stench is so awful it's giving me a headache. Then that means there is definitely something down here. This is ridiculous. You're taking forever.
I've never heard of a passage like this being here. Just what in the world was Mother hiding?
You're the director's son, and you didn't know about this either.
I truly had no idea.
Just hurry up and go down. The more I look at him, the less he seems like the culprit. But why is he being so uncooperative? Well, we'll find out once the truth is revealed.
At the bottom waits a dungeon, and in its gloom a horned figure slumps against cold stone.
It's already been 10 days. Aren't you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Then why aren't you eating, with a sacrifice kneeling right in front of you?
I don't eat humans. Especially not children.
You don't eat them.
PFFD. That is the funniest thing I have ever heard.
The memory flares, a towering demon wreathed in fire, a tiny glowing soul cupped in its claws. They called it by name, the demon Moloch, a monstrous body bound in heavy chains, waiting in the dark.
That is a demon who grants wishes. Please the demon and you'll be rewarded. The food you eat and the clothes you wear were all bought with the money it gave. You know very well that I treat you as someone special, don't you? From now on, you will help me as well. You are the legacy that being left to me. Do you know how much resolve it took to summon you again? And now you're pretending to be good.
I'm sorry, but the Moloch from back then isn't me.
It seems you're still bound to the past. Let's see how long that arrogance of yours lasts. If there isn't enough prey, I'll simply bring you more. In the end, you'll feast on children again, just like before.
In another cell, a boy stirs and drags himself toward a sliver of light.
Children, come over here.
Director.
SHH, I think I've found a way for us to escape. Quietly now, follow me.
A girl clutches her chest, a flicker of doubt crossing her freckled face.
Everyone, keep order and follow this way. We might get caught, so don't make a sound.
Something feels off. It feels like something important is missing. Yulma.
Lanon, what if the kidnapper hears you?
We can't just leave Yulma behind. Yulma, are you okay? Please snap out of it. Yul.
Behind them, a shape with a single burning red eye rises from the dark. Red hair spills through the gloom. Someone is coming. Footsteps echo closer.
Hey. Look over there, Daisy. Daisy came to save us.
Children, are you all safe?
Daisy, how did you get here?
Relief breaks across a weary face, and a small child bursts into grateful tears.
And look, even my son Troy came along. I never wanted you to see such an ugly side of me, but things turned out this way. Honestly.
A blade flashes, and blood sprays across the wall.
My foolish son. You should have just stayed quietly drunk on the wine I gave you. Then I would have offered other children in your place.
Dire Seator.
Droids, it's her. Marlock, if you won't take children, then I'll offer my own son. Surely Troy is worth that much.
She rises, a bloody knife in hand, laughing like something already damned.
Now grant my wish immediately.
20 years ago, Merai was only an orphan at the Ainoa orphanage, hauling her basket up the hill.
Director, did you call for me?
Merai, come follow me for a moment.
Merai was an especially cunning child.
I have something to show you.
The director doted on Merai, who obeyed her every word, fond enough to share the filthy secret of what she was really doing. In the orphanage basement burned an altar, and upon it something waited in the dark.
That is a demon that grants wishes. Please the demon and it rewards you. The food you eat, the clothes you wear, all of it came from its coin.
Yes, Director.
From that day, Merai became the director's adopted daughter and tended to the demon for 2 full years, until no child in the orphanage was older than her.
Stop this. Just how many children are you planning to kill?
Oh dear, you don't even know the grace of the director who feeds and clothes us. You keep saying such foolish things. What a bad child you are. You won't be given food until you reflect on this.
Then one day, the Grand Temple began hunting down sorcerers. The director hurriedly locked the basement and destroyed every last piece of evidence. The orphanage burned, and the old director burned away with it. Merai escaped every suspicion.
Sister.
But she inherited the orphanage and every useless child left behind.
What do we do now?
Merai only glanced back, a faint and colorless smile on her lips.
It's over, let's go back.
At first, she kept the place afloat on the money the old director left behind. But as the coins ran dry, and after she gave birth to her son Troy, everything fell apart. Clinging to a faint hope, she reopened the basement, but the demon was long gone. A demon cannot bear boredom, so of course it never stayed. So Merai turned to a second trade, selling the children as goods to slavers. One by one, small hands were traded away for bags of coin.
Stop wasting yourself on these useless brats.
Tusk, this one's defective. We don't take damaged goods.
And her son Troy only grew more rebellious. Selling slaves grew harder and harder until she borrowed a fortune against the orphanage itself and cornered herself in crisis.
15 gold coins, Mom. Even if we sold every kid here, we couldn't make that much.
What an awful son. Does he really not care that these children will starve if I'm gone?
Desperate for help, she went to the temple, to a priest who was one of her best customers. But behind the temple's holy face waited something far darker. Before a mural of a skeletal demon, Merai made her choice. She drew the summoning circle in blood. And in the dark, 2 burning eyes opened. Merai had succeeded in summoning a demon.
If you won't take children, then I'll offer my own son as the sacrifice. Troy is worth at least that much. Now, Marlock, grant my wish immediately.
The other children watched, frozen from the shadows.
Merai, stop. Now, the ones who will stop you have arrived. That fishy metallic smell, the smell of blood, so please stop.
I need to stop Merai, but...
I have been starving for far too long, and still I will not eat them. No, I don't want to eat, no.
Are you hungry?
The demon Marlock lowered its head, tears welling in its burning eyes.
I'll prepare food for you. So for now, you don't have to force yourself to eat.
What are you doing, Marlock? Hurry and eat the sacrifice. I even stabbed my beloved son for this.
The angel turned, and her eyes were blood red. Merai's face went pale with dawning terror.
Angel, please grant my wish. You came to save me, right?
That was the plan, but the situation has changed, so stop now.
No. No, please, give me a chance, I'll offer anything.
Canna, take care of the children. Jelly, you take care of this one.
Yes, Master.
I'll give you the lives and souls of every child here, pure souls innocent of any sin.
Director.
Why won't you grant my wish? Why?
Yet she pulled her stabbed son into her arms, tears spilling down her face.
Didn't you hate that child?
That's true, but I can't let him die like this. I want to hear the truth from him.
It's different from what we promised, but oh well. I keep holy water for emergencies. Use this to save him.
So thank you.
By the way, how am I supposed to clean up this mess? And what am I to do with all these children? If I hand the director over to the authorities, someone will still have to run this orphanage.
Just then, a soft meow broke the silence.
HM.
A fluffy cat with a jeweled collar had wandered in from somewhere.
Good evening, Lady Rohanson.
Sir Gabriel, why is my cat with you?
What is this strange image?
It's a bit of a long story. I am truly sorry for calling on you so late without any warning, but...
Do you perhaps need help right now?
She hugged the cat close, a sly glimmer in her red eyes.
Yes, very much indeed.
Hug my chest. What happened to me? Mom clearly stabbed me with a knife. After that, I don't remember anything.
Troy?
Hey, are you finally awake?
A startled boy nearby jolted upright with a shriek.
The children are safe now. Every one of them has been rescued. As for the director, the knights have already arrested her.
A silver-haired knight steadied a small, trembling girl against his armor.
Mom.
Troy's face was hollow and worn, drained by everything he had carried alone.
You saw everything, so why even ask? My mom did something twisted with the kids for money. That's all there is to it.
Did you wound the children on purpose, to keep them from being sold into slavery? Why did you carry all of it alone?
No one would have believed me anyway. You all leaned on Mom, trusted her so completely. If I said she was only kind to fatten you up and sell you off, like hell you'd believe that. I'd just look like the crazy one, even if I reported it to the authorities. Who would care whether a handful of orphans simply vanished, not the high nobles who dropped by to sponsor the place? They toss a little money around, drunk on their own generosity, never once caring how the kids actually live. Even those flashy knights playing hero to rescue us, they'll abandon the children soon enough.
The children will be entrusted to the temple's childcare facility.
The black-haired knight, Gabriel, held his gaze with calm, unflinching blue eyes.
I grew up in one myself. You don't have to worry about them being harmed ever again.
Sir Gabriel, you grew up in a childcare facility.
Yes.
Once in a quiet temple, a red-haired woman had taken the lonely boy in. The memory softened something behind his steady eyes.
I happened to receive help from the temple. But if you're still worried, why not come along and act as their supervisor?
Me.
You were sharp enough to see through your own mother's crimes. You'll notice if the facility ever neglects them.
I don't really have a choice. There's no other solution anyway. All right, I'll see this through all the way to the end.
And so the carriage rolled off, carrying the rescued children toward a new home. Back at the mansion, the silver-haired Lady Evangeline let out a quiet breath.
So the case is finally settled. I'm glad it ended safely.
Daisy chose to return to the mansion, and 3 of the children would stay there together.
You don't have to stay so tense here. They even looked after that blindfolded captive who was taken with them. What was his name again? Mal something.
The children tumbled and bickered again, noisy and alive.
Sir Gabriel, how in the world did you find your way in here?
I came to the mansion because there was something I had to tell you, my lady. And your cat guided me through a secret passage.
I see. Then what is it you came to tell me?
I had a request, but it doesn't feel like the right moment to say it.
Is he about to do that hand kiss again? No, that noble greeting.
Since I failed to follow proper protocol on today's visit, the fault is entirely mine. So I will call on you again tomorrow. Properly this time.
He bowed low over her pale hand.
Hi. Not the back of my hand, but my wrist. And specifically, the very spot where the pulse beats.
His lips brushed the inside of her wrist.
As if he's trying to kiss my very heart.
Then I'll take my leave now.
Left alone at last, the composed lady's cool mask crumbled completely.
Thaw that absolute lunatic.
Her fists twisted into her skirt, her whole face burning red.
We barely just met and he pulls that. Then he strolls off like nothing happened. Right, you're a romance fantasy character, aren't you? He's just a paper person, an ink figure moving by romance fantasy rules. Don't get swayed. Don't get swayed. Damn it, what on earth is he thinking?
In the end, she got swayed. Elsewhere, the knight who had caused all that turmoil sat alone, far from calm inside.
Evangeline showed an unusually gentle side toward the children. That mask, always so cold and indifferent, it cracked. I still can't believe she wavered over the safety of a few children. A glimpse of the lady I could only ever half see. The instant I deliberately crossed the line and stepped out of turn, it was laid bare so easily, right in front of a mere children.
In his memory, a small boy wept in the dark, clutching another child to his chest.
Back when I was just an orphan, if I had met Evangeline, could I have been saved too? Would that pale, cold hand have reached out for me as well?
He pictured that white hand stretching down toward the boy he used to be.
But it's already in the past now, and it can never be undone.
Later that night, under the dark mansion, a quiet voice called out,
Daisy, as the price for granting your wish, you only have to answer one question honestly.
What is it?
What exactly did you tell Gabriel about me?
That's... I told Sir Gabriel that you are not my lady.
What?
A cold hush settled around the ghostly, red-eyed lady.
You're not Evangeline Rohanson.
I got exposed as a transmigrator. No, when, how? My amnesia setup was flawless. Doesn't a reveal like this usually happen near the very end in a romance fantasy? Wait. Then Gabriel knew I was a transmigrator this whole time. And he still behaved like that. Why on earth would he do that?
And he still played dumb this entire time. But why would he keep something like that to himself? Come to think of it, he said he came because he had something to tell me. Could it be tied to what I really am? Wait, Canna heard all of that too. If I'd known it would go there, I'd have sent her away first. Canna, what do you think? Do you feel betrayed?
That's not really important to me. Because the one who saved me wasn't anyone else. It was you, my lady. And what about you? Are you really going to ignore everything my lady did for you?
Nearby, a freckled, brown-haired girl named Daisy keeps her eyes lowered, still uneasy in her new home.
I know that too.
It'll take Daisy some time to get used to me. Canna, go tell her what she needs to watch out for while she stays at my side.
Yes, my lady.
Well, that's mostly settled on this side for now. Pudding, could you bring Jelly and that fellow with the eye patch?
The plump snow leopard beastman, Pudding, answers with a lazy meow and pads off to obey. A heartbeat later, Chaos the little ghost goes tumbling head over heels with a yelp.
Hawes, I'm too worn out to even get angry now. You called for me, master.
How are the little ones who came with you? And the one standing over there?
Up until now, Mirai called this body Malak.
This body.
I wasn't always like this. I used to live in an orphanage, together with Mirai.
In the memory, two frail children cling to each other on cold stone, a small, fading soul, and a friend named Mirai.
But during a temple inspection, I got locked away in the basement. And I starved to death down there all alone. That was when this body came for me. By the time Malak found me, I had already died. I was nothing but a lonely soul.
His little spirit drifted in the dark until the demon's power swept it up.
And when I opened my eyes, I had become that Malak.
No wonder. Malak had been oddly docile, turns out it was someone else inside. Possessing a dead shell, no wonder the thing reeked.
Were you acquainted with Jelly?
Well, he's kind of the same species as me, but I like this side far better. The original Malak was trash who bullied children and strutted around.
How vulgar.
So basically, a pitiful little soul that ended up inside a bad-tempered beastman.
Could you maybe give me a new name, something like Jealous?
Maybe because he was a child, his taste is kind of cute, but I'll just keep calling you Malak.
Pardon.
I see. You're already Jelly, though.
Master, what about me?
TCH, I'm the one stuck with the weird name. Anyway, shouldn't we be feeding this one soon?
You did say earlier that you'd handle his food. All right, I almost forgot. Since he's the same kind as you, Jelly, should he eat the same things? What species are you, Malak? Jelly's a wolf, Pudding's a cat, so are you a carnivore too?
Malak is a cow.
A cow? It's my first time seeing a cow beastman in a romance fantasy. I thought he was like Jelly, but he's got hooves. This is a noble estate, so there's no fodder lying around. What do? I can't let him starve, I have to feed him something.
Out in the garden, Her eyes land on a cherry tree in full bloom.
Well, this is technically a plant too. Moloch, do you want to try eating this?
Cherry blossom leaves, that probably won't work.
Jelly pops a leaf straight into Moloch's mouth before he can argue.
It's delicious, I could eat this all the time.
How really?
Let me try a bite too.
Oh, it's actually good, how come?
That's really strange, there's no way. Something like this should never taste good to our kind.
Still, Moloch munches away happily, trailing after the lady like a content calf. Elsewhere in the manor, a maid pauses quietly at a frosted window.
Sister, there you are.
Canna, Daisy.
I'm going to go tidy the ladies' room now. And you, sister.
I'll stay here and watch over them a while longer. And watch the children a little longer.
All right, sister. See you later.
Hina, thank you for looking after the children. I'll take over now, so why don't you get some rest? Hina, are you all right?
If we hadn't given her holy water, I'd never have seen her smile and run like that. So even if Canna has changed, even if she's someone else wearing Canna's face.
In Hina's memory, Canna beams bright, carefree, and utterly alive.
I just want to keep loving her like this. Daisy, I must be crazy, right?
Hina, it's because of what I said, isn't it? I'm sorry, maybe I was mistaken. About Jelly, the one who stays at the lady's side. Every corpse Jelly brings back to life has a red mark on the neck, so I think I may have misjudged. So please don't worry too much, I'm really sorry. And he said that anyone who died and came back will have their flesh burned by holy water, so your sister.
Hina's green eyes glisten, the words strike somewhere deep.
Canna only ever used holy water while she was being treated for her illness. After that, she refused to treat the wound on her neck. That's why it still hasn't healed. Why would Canna refuse to be treated? If Canna were ever hurt worse than before, hurt badly enough to need holy water again, would that finally be when I learn the truth?
Sister, did you wait long?
Canna throws her arms around her, and for a heartbeat, all of Hina's doubts melt away.
I was waiting for you.
I'll just have to live with this unease, forever.
Sir Gabriel, will you tell me now why you came to see me?
Yes, my lady, what I wish to ask is, I know this is terribly sudden.
Sir Gabriel, poised, blue-eyed, and for once, plainly nervous, steadies himself.
But would you become my partner?
When I heard that Daisy had told Sir Gabriel everything about me, that she'd revealed my identity, I was sure he would interrogate me for being a transmigrator. Maybe he'd try to exorcise me like a holy knight, return to where you came from at once. But why a partner all of a sudden? What is he asking for me to go to a ball with him?
Lady Evangeline, white hair, crimson eyes, the very picture of an elegant noblewoman, studies him.
Yes.
You're saying that while knowing I'm not the real Evangeline.
Yes, I am well aware.
No, seriously, why? Is someone going to kill you if I don't become your partner?
I have received no such threats. Even so.
The story rewinds. Just after the painting incident, the moment Evangeline returned to her mansion, Gabriel was summoned to the prison buried deep beneath the Grand Temple. In the dark, something chained and burning still growls, barely alive and far from human. Lanterns in hand, Gabriel and the high priest descend toward the thing kept in the cell.
Commander of the Knights, it has been a while.
The veiled Bishop Marek receives him, draped in gold and lace. In the cell, a shadow writhes and claws at the air, groaning.
How does it look to you? Its heart isn't beating. Its body melted away in holy water and still it moves.
A ruined, dripping hand gropes toward the light.
Can anyone really call this the one who was once the priest Burger? Take a good look, Sir Gabriel. This is the fate of one who betrays God.
Blood sprays across the cold stone.
Even in death, he cannot be embraced in Goddess Rahel's arms.
Come to think of it, I heard this man turn to sorcery after seeing the painting in the temple.
Yes, a magic circle marked with a star. Stars have always been the sorcerer's symbol.
And so the bishop began to explain the old faith. Under Goddess Rahel's rule, the sun was the one true divinity. The stars were its opposite, petty, wicked things that threatened the sun. Yet they were never a true danger. Those too lowly to face the goddess prayed to the stars instead. But the stars were never all-powerful, and their gifts always came at a price.
Had I known the calamity would spread through the water Darnau released, I'd have destroyed that painting sooner. We were lucky a fire burned it before things escalated.
Her tone is severe, yet she almost sounds as if she wished it had happened.
Speaking of which, the young lady who put out the painting's fire, that was Lady Rohanson, correct? It's already public knowledge. There's no point in hiding it.
Yes, that is correct.
Haha, why so tense? Do you think I mean to harm her?
Of course not.
I simply wish to commend someone who acted righteously.
But beneath the pious words, her clasped hands are stained with blood. This devout bishop never hesitates to stain her hands with blood in Rahul's name. It was how a woman who began as a mere nun rose to become the temple's most powerful figure. A massacre 20 years ago, her deeds back then won her everything she has now. It was only natural then to suspect Marek had displayed Darnau's painting on purpose, hoping the calamity would spread, so she could hunt the sorcerers again and earn fresh glory, repeating the past. All of it to climb even higher.
This can't go on. I have to act. But I can't tell the lady about Marek. If she moved against her, there's no telling what would happen. We have to stop this phenomenon. Leave it alone and the misuse will only spread.
Between Priest Berga and the orphanage director, I still can't believe people would misuse a spirit summoning circle. In my head, the spirits are sweet. I don't get why humans here are so cruel. Summoners are usually such kind people. But why do they need me specifically? Me dancing at a party won't stop the circle from spreading.
It will stop.
Huh?
Because your very presence disrupts the painting's influence.
She stills, not understanding, so he explains.
When you visited the Grand Temple, everyone entranced by the painting lost all interest in it the instant they saw you.
No way am I hated by spirits to some extreme degree. The spirits won't even come near me. Then again, it would explain why I was the only one who couldn't summon a spirit when everyone else could. In my mind, they just scatter. Oh, Evangeline's here, come on, let's go. I've heard of a transmigration buff, but a transmigration nerf.
Becoming my partner also shields your identity from suspicion. One of my subordinates gave me this advice.
Commander, I don't know why you'd help that suspicious young lady, but if you keep meeting a noble like her, do you know what people will think? They'll say Sir Gabriel is chasing down a suspicious criminal. That you'll chase her to the ends of hell to dig out the truth.
That's what he said. To help you without drawing that suspicion, there's only one way.
Everyone will simply think the commander has fallen in love.
So this is the classic contract relationship trope. Well, this is a romance fantasy world, and Evangeline is its villainess. So things tend to fall into place, even if I don't do anything wicked. And at Gabriel's side, at least, I'll draw far less suspicion. After all, he's an upright, incorruptible holy knight. All right. I will gladly be your partner, Sir Gabriel.
Thank you, my lady.
And so the pact between the villainess and the holy knight is sealed.
But the young lady has always been so frail, she hasn't even had her debutante yet.
Wait, shouldn't a proper villainess rule over high society?
She pictures it, a dazzling villainess reigning over every ballroom.
But I'm just a shut-in villainess who never even debuted. I can't believe this.
Then we'll simply have to start with your debut.
Yes. Somehow, it feels like I've still got a long way to go.
Bishop Jarvania.
Yes, Bishop Marek.
He keeps secrets even from you, and he thinks of you as a parent.
He's a young man in his prime. Isn't romance an embarrassing thing to speak of openly? In all my years, I've never seen him spend money so freely.
Arms full of gifts, the stern commander has clearly lost his head over her.
He must have fallen for her deeply. To think Lady Rohanson changed him this much. I find myself curious about her. You've met her yourself, haven't you? Tell me, what was she like?
If I may say so, she resembles the goddess herself.
She resembles Goddess Rahel, you say? No wonder the commander fell so hard. Then shouldn't we examine Lady Rohanson's character ourselves, with a parent's loving heart?
Her pale hand curls slowly through the air, the warmth in her voice never reaching her intent.
I will be sure to find out everything about her.
No, not that kind of debut. It was ballroom season, the time for banquets, and though I was running a little late, The Crown Prince's 30th birthday was only 2 weeks off, so the timing was perfect. So out of courtesy, I informed the Count that I would be making my debut. Just try to act normal. That was the reply I got back, and along with the letter came the tutors. He knew I had lost my memory, so it seemed he wanted me educated all over again. Wow, he's acting like a father for once, I thought. But that effort failed miserably. The literature tutor, the embroidery tutor, the writing tutor. One by one they bolted, shrieking for their lives. Even the painting tutor fled, wailing that my drawings were terrifying. The moment they saw me, they all panicked and ran. It's other mansions that are openly horrifying. So why does everyone keep fleeing our cozy, peaceful home? When even the dance instructor ran off, the butler begged me to rein it in. Silencing every runaway tutor was wearing him thin. I didn't even do anything, so it felt unfair. Still, my etiquette tutor had real backbone. She stuck it out with me to the very end. Dorline, my etiquette tutor, was the only one who stayed by my side. Of course, she trembles every time she looks at me. I honestly mistook that buzzing for a phone on vibrate. Dorline, can you teach me to dance? I can skip everything else, but I can't not dance at the ball.
I can manage the basics, my lady. But to be your partner, I'd have to take the gentleman's role, wouldn't I? I only learned it as general education. Why not ask Sir Gabriel to be your practice partner?
A partner for the ball. The very thought seemed to carry me out onto the floor. Practicing with Gabriel, yes, that might just work. Since I'll be dancing with Gabriel anyway, I may as well practice with the man himself.
Well then, today's lesson is done. I'll take my leave.
But would Gabriel even teach it well? He really doesn't look like much of a dancer. Speak of the devil.
My lady, this is Gabriel.
Come in, should I just go ahead and ask him now?
My lady, I have good news.
Good news.
It's about the chaperone for your debut. Marchioness Toten has kindly agreed to take on the role.
Really?
She has one child, but the boy is said to be frail. When she heard your situation, it reminded her of him. She has wide connections and will surely be a great help. You should meet her.
And so I set out for the towering Toten estate. Why are there so many religious decorations in a mansion this size? She must be deeply devout.
Welcome. Was the journey here difficult? As Sir Gabriel told you, I'll be serving as your chaperone. I am kinder Toten. Evangeline Rohanson. It can't have been an easy request. Thank you for accepting so willingly. I simply felt sorry for your situation, Lady Rohanson. If there is anything at all I can help with, it is only right that I do so. And I'm helping because I owe Sir Gabriel a debt, so please don't feel burdened.
A debt?
First, let's decide where your lessons should begin. Please come and sit comfortably.
What is that sound?
Mother.
A boy stood in the doorway, doubled over, his whole body racked with coughing.
Ryder, why are you up instead of resting in bed?
The boy pressed a hand to his mouth, his small frame shaking with each ragged breath. I am Evangeline Rohanson. Young Master Toten, thank you for coming to greet me despite being unwell.
I am Ryder Totes, my lady.
I would have loved for you two to talk longer, but his cough is far too severe. Forgive me, but I must send him back after only these greetings. Butler, please.
Yes, madam.
If he's this ill, it's practically a critical condition. This is far worse than I thought. If that's the case, Madam, perhaps, did you take on the role of chaperone because there's something you want from me? Something like, how did Evangeline Rohanson rise from her sick?
Yes, I did not invite you purely out of goodwill. I must apologize. The truth is, when I heard that Lady Rohanson had recovered, my curiosity was stirred. I wanted to see with my own eyes whether that story was truly real.
Someone who wouldn't heal even with holy water. That was me once.
Just how on earth were you able to recover? If I may be so bold as to ask, is there a way to cure my rider? How did you recover? Please tell me, I only want to help him.
But I have no medical knowledge at all. It's not as if I transmigrated as some saintess heroine who can heal at will. Forgive me, I cannot meet your hopes. There simply is no method.
What?
That's a lie, isn't it? You're just hiding it from me, right?
Why was the price I offered not enough? I'll even give up my marquisate estate. Lady Rohanson, please, please tell me. Take pity on Ryder, a child caught in a situation so much like your own.
I can't hand her a cure that doesn't exist. This won't do. I need to persuade her another way. Madam, have you heard the rumor that I am not the real Evangeline? Right then, Let's put my bad reputation to use. A mansion this full of holy symbols. She must be a devout follower of the sun god.
What?
Can you abandon Rahul and place your hope in a demon instead? A demon, the one thing her faith could never forgive. Of course she can't. In this world, religion holds an immense, crushing power. Just as I expected, Marchioness Toten was left utterly speechless.
Is there really no way at all?
You already know, don't you? The reason I'm fine is that another soul was placed into this body. Gabriel listened in silence, his cool blue eyes fixed steadily on me. When the holy water fails, they say the god has forsaken that person's faith, that they've been abandoned by the gods or cursed. Rahul was never a god who stood equal to all beings. Where there is sunlight, there must always be a shadow. Holy water failing points to the very darkest place. Even death row inmates are shown mercy, yet for this boy the water does nothing. It was fit to be called a curse. Wary of the false rumors spreading among the people, the temple cut off the supply of holy water to the Marchioness. And I saw her kneel and plead. Even knowing the holy water would not help, I couldn't ignore her desperation as she clutched at any straw. It would be better for the Marchioness to find another chaperone, because I think she should spend the time she has left with her son. The sun sank behind the iron gate, and my visit came quietly to its close.
Whoa, did they move a whole dress shop in here or something? It really hits me again that Gabriel is the male lead. Right? In romance fantasy, the male lead always overflows with money and spends it like water for the heroine.
In the sunlit hall, Sir Gabriel welcomes the guests he has summoned for her.
He seemed so discouraged about the chaperone problem before. But bringing in a fashion designer just to prepare for my debut, he must be incredibly responsible.
My lady, you look truly beautiful. My name is Artemisia Schmishiana. I'm Michelle's older sister, the one you saved. Please call me Misha.
I'm Evangeline Rohanson. Michelle, wasn't that the child hugging the burning painting? They really do look alike.
But that must be because everyone is captivated by your beauty.
So she's that classic dressmaker who cries, "My lady, you are my muse." Character analysis complete.
So that my lady can have the most perfect debut with Sir Gabriel. I will support you with all my strength.
I look forward to working with you, Misha.
Watching her fitted for a dress like any ordinary noble lady, joining in the lively chatter, the Rohanson young lady seems to be growing used to wearing the mask of a human. Or perhaps I'm the one slowly being influenced, and only imagine it.
First you'll try on sample dresses, then I'll adjust the design to suit you, and present the most beautiful dress of all at the banquet. Now then, let's begin the fitting. I'll help you change. Is there an empty room?
Oh, then the room at the very end.
A gloved hand reaches out, and for a moment the air between them stills.
Sir Gabriel.
My apologies. I apologize.
He hides his face behind his hand, but the tips of his ears have gone bright red.
Look how red his ears are. It's all right. I'll go try the dress on and come right back. Oh dear, oh dear. So you really are a romance fantasy male lead after all. This is such a classic trope. Let's give him a moment alone until that flushed face of his calms down.
Left by himself, Sir Gabriel says nothing, his footsteps echoing down the empty hall.
She's changed. Once she loomed over me like something monstrous, a being I could not begin to understand. I feared what she might do if she ever removed the mask of Evangeline Rohanson. So I appeased her and never dared provoke her. But change comes without warning. Like a tidal wave, it swallowed me whole in an instant. When she saved the children of the orphanage, a faint hope was born in me. When I felt her slow, quiet heartbeat, if she were truly some omnipotent being beyond reason, I thought she would work miracles far beyond any human's power. She looked like an angel then, cradling me in her palm beneath a pillar of golden light. I call her human whenever it suits me, then deny her that humanity the very next moment. And yet, through that foolish, contradictory disappointment, I realized my heart was slowly opening to Evangeline.
Sir Gabriel.
I was ashamed, a fool who didn't even understand his own feelings. That is why I couldn't bring myself to let go of her hand.
His blue eyes linger on her, unwilling to look away.
Sir Gabriel, please look over here.
The curtain parts, and layers of pale silk and delicate jewels come into view. Evangeline steps out in a gown of soft lavender and silver, breathtaking as a painting come to life.
So what do you think of her ladyship?
It suits her well.
No, you should praise her far more than that. Say she's an angel or a fairy.
A fairy, an angel. An angel. That phrase stirs something familiar in me. There truly is no phrase that could describe her better than this. Since angel has already been spoken, only one word remains.
In his mind she rises, dark wings spread, red eyes glowing, more otherworldly than any mortal.
Is there anything brighter than the light that rises while shunning the sun? Excellent, that was perfect.
Feels like he was forced into that praise.
She studies the gown in the mirror, turning slowly to admire every fold.
Sir Gabriel, now that I've tried on the dress, would you be my partner for dance practice? Just to get used to moving in it.
Why not ask your dance instructor?
Sir, you know every instructor, but one has already run away.
Aye.
Then I'll go work on the design sketches. Please enjoy your private time together.
So what will you do, Sir Gabriel?
He hesitates, one boot halting against the polished floor.
It's better to practice while watching your posture. Let's go somewhere with plenty of mirrors.
They arrive at a glass conservatory, glowing amber in the sunset.
Understood, my lady.
Dusk settles over the garden, the greenhouse windows burning gold. Unseen, a pair of glowing eyes watches them from the dark glass.
May I have this dance?
Sir Gabriel extends his hand, his expression solemn.
One song won't be nearly enough for proper practice. I'll accompany you for as long as you need.
Ah, that's right, they say you're supposed to talk while dancing. What shall we talk about?
It seems Shmishiana thinks of you as someone quite special, my lady. I've never seen her so passionate before.
He really couldn't think of anything else to say, could he? Is it because she let me call her Misha?
That and Shmishiana is very particular about which clients she'll sew for. It was no easy task bringing her to the Rohanson estate. Not even large sums of money can sway her. And yet you, my lady, became her one exception. It seems that once someone sets their eyes on you, this is what happens.
But behind that gentle warmth, another vision stirs, her figure sealed within cold blue glass. Deep within, her true self drifts, silent and untouched.
My beliefs, my philosophy, my ideals. In this world of mine, all of it feels utterly meaningless.
Yet here, in her hidden world, he still stands.
You who broke into my world.
The blood-red cathedral trembles around them.
Seem to rebuild it entirely, just as you please.
That almost sounds like a confession.
A confession.
For a moment, she only looks at him, her expression unreadable.
You're not denying it.
Are you saying you truly like me?
In the mirrors, countless reflections of her turn to face him all at once.
Without even knowing who I truly am.
Without even knowing who I am.
Her red eyes snapped wide, the composure draining from her pale face. An anger so sharp it felt eerie, as the black-haired knight gripped her hand and would not let go. The world around them began to bleed into red. Once his desperate feeling pierced through her.
Only then did I finally notice my surroundings.
The whole world had split into a lattice of red cracks.
Before I knew it, the world had been covered in red filth. Chunks of flesh pulsed all around, as if to prove they were still alive.
And at the very center of that pulse,
there sat a being that no mirror could reflect, resting like the heart of this space.
A single golden heart, beating alone in the void. He clung to her hand, as if Evangeline were nothing more than a fading illusion.
As if the hand clasping mine truly belonged to a corpse. It reminded me of something. My childhood days, running while carrying a dead child on my back. What you know about me is only that I'm something wearing Evangeline's shell. So isn't all this confession nonsense kind of ridiculous?
Evangeline Rohanson is a star, hung high in the sky. If she ever fell and touched the ground, the world could not bear her light and would collapse. But only now did Gabriel realize that fallen stars are crushed and distorted too. A disaster born of one vile desire to drag a star down from the sky. A lone figure threw back its head and screamed into the ruin. Gabriel stared straight ahead, his blue eyes gone hollow. Not so long before, in gentler days, she had worn a softer smile.
Sir Gabriel, you only need to get along with me moderately. We ask for help when we need it and help each other, just that much, because I actually quite like you. I'm getting a little tired. Shall we stop here for today? Let's end the dance practice here for now.
Gabriel watched her in silence, something unreadable in his eyes.
Then have a good night, Sir Gabriel. See you next time.
In the tall mirrors, the reflections lingered a moment too long. Night settled over the quiet estate. She walked the garden path alone. Her silver hair drifted in the cold night air. Pale blossoms drifted past the silent mansion. She moved further from the light, deeper into the dark garden.
I feel like I'm going to be sick. I knew very well that Gabriel liked me. No, at least I thought I did. You broke into my world, forced your way in, and now you rebuild it however you please.
When Gabriel had said those words to her,
it wasn't a confession of love, but self-torment. If only he had simply worn a sweet expression and whispered sweet nothings, maybe I wouldn't have felt this miserable. Because that would only be a flat sort of love, pressed thin onto paper. Merely the male lead carrying out his role. But the emotions behind those desperate eyes were far too heavy for me to bear. The excitement I'd felt at living out the novel's events slowly cooled, and my steps grew heavy. Novels are light. Even when their weight is unfamiliar, you can still endure it. But the crushing weight of reality. It sprouted arms and legs and turned into ants, crawling toward me in a line, vivid and sickeningly real.
She stood among the tall grass, clutching herself as he walked away.
I thought I'd been holding up so well. No real highs or lows, ever since I transmigrated. It's fine, nothing is going to change. This place is still just a romance fantasy novel anyway.
Above her, a pale blue moon hung in the endless dark.
It's not like I'm actually going to fall in love with him for real. Right, nothing changes. I just need to play along enough so I'm never branded a villainess and killed.
She tipped her head back and swallowed the words down. Beneath the glass dome, the night stretched on. Gabriel had left the estate behind. He descended into the dark grounds, his cloak trailing. His face was drawn, troubled by what he had seen. A cold sweat traced down his jaw. He crossed the moonlit courtyard, trying to outpace the memory. Then a pair of glowing blue eyes opened in the dark.
You saw it, didn't you?
Whatever do you mean?
I thought a knight would be steadfast. Guess you've just got a weak stomach. If you're jealous that her ladyship treasures me so much, you'll have to try much harder. Jealous me, we're comrades who both love her, so I can tell just by looking into your eyes. You carry far too great a void inside your heart, Sir Knight. Someone who can't be satisfied with a mere well and has to throw himself into the sea to quench that thirst. But haven't you already heard from Miss Daisy? Her ladyship is far from an ordinary person. Honestly, my heart nearly stopped when she went looking for that report. After I'd soaked it so no one could read what you'd written, Sir Knight. You knew all of this, so why are you only getting scared now? Did you think her ladyship would be some angel with wings sprouting from her back? If Gabriel cannot overcome this trial, then I alone will remain the only human on earth capable of loving her ladyship completely. If I could keep her all to myself, there could be no greater joy.
His red hair spilled like fire in the pale light. His green eye gleamed, sharp and full of secrets.
And yet, at the same time, I hope the number of things her ladyship cherishes only keeps growing. Sir Gabriel, if you truly wish to love her ladyship, you must endure it. You must even come to love that terror.
It was the familiar nightmare. A carriage tore down the street, and beneath its wheel, a child was crushed.
How dare you get in the way of Bishop Merrick's carriage?
Isn't that brat a sorcerer too? Don't go near him or you'll get cursed.
Just hold on a little longer. If we reach the Grand Temple, you might survive.
I'm sorry, but I cannot help you.
Tears spilled from the boy's wide blue eyes.
Liar, I saw you using holy water in the slums, telling people to believe in the gods.
What is going on here?
That is, yesterday another priest fractured his ankle, so we used the last of the holy water on him.
What did you say?
The warmth against his back was fading away. The heartbeat grew weaker still. He felt a strange familiarity in that slow, fading pulse. A heart beating impossibly slowly. This presence, it was definitely hers.
I'll help you.
A white-haired spirit reached out of the dark and cradled the trembling boy. And then, blue eyes snapping open, Gabriel woke.
You're always fine after a sleepless night, but today you dozed off mid-sentence. You must be exhausted.
I'm fine. More importantly, what were you saying?
Bishop Merrick summoned Michelle, but he insisted on reporting to you first, Commander. You've got a loyal subordinate.
A lone figure stood in the cold hall, and something about it unsettled Gabriel.
It's already troubling enough that Michelle has grown irreverent, saying he'd rather serve Lady Rohanson than the goddess Rahel. And now, of all times, Bishop Merrick summons him. Bishop Javania must have told her everything about Michelle.
After all, Bishop Javania was the only one who saw Michelle's state when the painting burned.
A white-haired ghost rose from the flames, while a man knelt helpless before her.
And ever since, he keeps prying about Lady Rohanson. Honestly, I find her suspicious too.
Bishop Javania isn't as cold-hearted as you think.
You mean he's just an old man who plays kind in public while looking out for himself?
Rafaela, I owe Bishop Javania a debt. Without him, the man I am today would not exist.
Perhaps time has worn his kindness thin, but he still took in a slum child who had caused a scene in the temple. The gentle bishop let that boy grow up safe within the orphanage walls, even though the one who truly needed saving had already passed away.
Michelle, there's something I want to ask you. The moment you met Lady Rohanson, what did you see that made you so obsessed with her? Among the holy knights, you were famous for your unshakable faith.
Not the eye-shaped pattern from the painting. These were real eyes. A single monstrous crimson eye yawned open above the ghostly woman in white, and a man knelt in its glare, eyes bound together by countless red fibers, like strands of blood and entrails.
He saw the same thing as me.
Sir Gabriel, if you wish to love her ladyship, you must endure it. You must love even that terror. Only then can you be loved by her.
Michelle, after seeing something like that, how could you possibly end up worshipping Lady Rohanson?
Because that part didn't matter.
He smiled, serene and utterly at peace, his hands clasped as if in prayer. Even Canna, with her blind devotion, had once been saved by Evangeline. Even Daisy, once hostile, turned obedient after the orphanage incident.
Then, what about me, no matter how? Much Evangeline helps me in dreams. The dead child will never return to life.
And no matter what, reality does not change.
Did I miss my only chance to be saved? Is that why I still cannot accept Lady Rohanson?
He closed his eyes, the old wound aching beneath his composure.
Stop thinking about it. Right now, dealing with Bishop Merrick comes first.
And what exactly did he understand? That Michelle has gone completely crazy.
A mistake in the summons. Bishop Merrick had called for not Michelle, but Sir Gabriel himself.
What? That can't be.
The bishop is waiting, so please come inside. So Michelle, wait somewhere else for now.
Commander.
It seems you really were the one she summoned. Go and get some rest. There's no way they'd make this kind of mistake. This was clearly intentional. Lately, I'd been avoiding Bishop Merrick behind Lady Rohanson's debut. So did she use Michelle as bait?
Welcome, Sir Gabriel. I prepared some tea to ease the fatigue of our hard-working knight commander.
In the hushed parlor, the two of them sat alone. Beneath the lace veil, her eyes glinted as she sipped, unreadable.
Come to think of it, this is the first time we've spoken alone. I heard you've been struggling, so I called you here to help.
Help me with what?
I hear you've been unable to find a chaperone for Lady Rohanson.
Gabriel's guard rose, his blue eyes narrowing behind a calm mask.
Things fell apart after you asked Lady Toten, didn't they? She shut herself away ever since Lady Rohanson visited her. She hasn't even come to the temple. I doubt she'd answer even the Knight Commander's messages.
Only the involved parties knew Lady Toten had agreed to be the chaperone. Where did this information leak from?
Just how much does she know? Surely she doesn't know about the secret deal, where I supplied Lady Toten with holy water behind the temple's back. And if she does, why make it so obvious?
Behind the veil, the bishop's smile never wavered.
It is truly pitiful. Lady Rohanson has no ties to any noble house and has even cut off her maternal relatives.
Steam curled from the untouched cup between them.
Which is why. Would you like me to become her chaperone?
The veiled figure laid a graceful hand against her chest, the offer hanging in the air. And beneath that gentle hand, a tangle of green-thorned magic writhed, a trap hidden inside the favor. He presses the rain-soaked letter into waiting hands, the seal already trembling in his grip.
Here, my lady, please have some water.
Thank you. Could I borrow a towel? What is this? What could have happened?
Sir Gabriel, even if he is the commander, is it really all right to make a knight deliver his letters?
Is it because I make him so uncomfortable that he cannot bear to see me? Or does it mean he is simply that worried about me?
A dark-haired knight lingers in her memory, his cold blue eyes giving nothing away.
No, stop. I promised myself I would not waver. Focus on the letter. Back off, tragic male lead. It says someone named Bishop Merrick will be my chaperone. That is a relief. At least I need not go hunting for one.
Oh dear, it seems the commander never told her who Marek really is.
Dangerous? In what sense?
20 years ago, Marek rose to bishop by hunting sorcerers, branding them heretics and putting them to death. And for a lady who died and clawed her way back to life, such a hunter is the deadliest thing imaginable.
So someone like me is exactly the prey she lives to catch. If my secret ever slips, a simple exorcism would be the kindest thing I could hope for.
A transmigrator, execute them.
No, do you have any idea how hard I work to avoid ending up doomed as a villainess? And yet, there really is no one but Bishop Merrick who could serve as my chaperone, is there?
In the temple halls, her fate is quietly weighed.
Nothing is decided yet. There is also Marchioness Toten.
Let us remove her from the list for now. She has troubles enough of her own.
My apologies, in that case as a last resort. I will just ask my mother for help.
He clings and pulls, utterly shameless.
I may not look it, but I am the son of an imperial duke after all. I severed those ties when I gave myself to the temple. Still, if I cling and beg, she will not refuse me.
That knight truly did act suspicious.
She recalls him again, the dark-haired knight who seemed so two-faced the day they first met.
But I suppose he is the loyal type after all. Sorry for doubting you.
If it is my mother, even Bishop Merrick cannot say no, so if we go now.
I appreciate the thought, but it is all right.
Why?
Honestly, I am tempted, but realistically, desperate last-minute pleading never works. If it were me, and my son who cut ties with the world for some temple, came crawling back years later, whining for me to guard some woman his head monk fancies, I would kick him out the door and be done with it.
Please, mother, just this once.
So if we hear nothing from Marchioness Toten, I will accept the bishop's offer. Please, please let Marchioness Toten come.
Well, if you are that worried, shall we make a bet? I will wager that Marchioness Toten comes.
She raises a slender finger to her lips, a sly villainous smile blooming across her face.
But her child is sick. Surely that would keep her away.
In gambling, the odds pay best on the thing least likely to happen. And honestly, I truly hope she does come.
Who knows, she might arrive this very moment. A crash outside, and Rohanson's face snaps around in shock. Glass and rain scatter as something shatters the quiet of the hall.
Master, someone was lurking outside, so I brought them in.
A
visitor stands drenched and trembling, tears streaking down a ravaged face.
Lady Rohanson, I know this is shameless of me, but could you help me?
Rohanson goes utterly still as the weight of the moment settles over her.
Go goodness gracious, she really came.
Elsewhere, a dark mansion stands drowning in rain, something restless stirring within its walls.
Mother.
Ryder, yes, mother is right here.
The boy is fading fast. Weakly, he gathers his strength to speak.
I will tell you my final words.
Why would you say such a thing? Why would you die? Why?
Mother, please listen. Even if I am gone, you must protect the Marquess household. Even though I was never able to inherit the title. I stained the name of the Marquis, so you at least must protect it.
Yes, I promise you, I promise.
I wanted to become someone like father. I never wanted a curse like this.
It is not a curse. Nothing of the sort. Who would dare say such a thing? Mother will scold them for you.
In the shadows, a figure turns and walks away, unmoved by the grief behind him.
Lord Ryder, the Toten family is precious to me. Far too precious to let it crumble over a cursed child. Die soon.
The boy's eyes brim over, having heard every word.
Mothers beware of. It's the butler.
Grief swallows the room whole as the mother clutches her still, silent child.
Dear God, did you not pity my child? Is that why you hid behind dark clouds until the very day he died?
Wrapped in white, the small body drifts on the water.
How can anyone be forsaken by the sun god so completely, right to the very end?
The Marchioness weeps alone in her mourning black, hollowed out by loss. A single flame flares in the dark, cradled in an unseen hand.
I must go to Lady Rohanson. Is anyone outside?
Yes, madam.
Where did the nanny go, and why are you here? I do not know your face.
My name is Weather. I came into service 4 years ago, but I have only ever worked the laundry, so I imagine you forgot.
Ah yes, I remember now. Forgive me, I have been out of my mind caring for my son.
No, it is completely understandable. The nanny stepped out on the butler's orders, preparing a room for the young master who arrives soon.
The young master, but is my own son not the heir?
Mother beware of the butler.
The pieces fall into place. The butler knew Ryder was going to die soon, and had already found himself another heir.
Then it must be my husband's younger brother, Weather.
Yes, Ryder's fever has finally broken, so I need to visit the pharmacy while he sleeps.
Please guard this room while I am away. My child is finally sleeping deeply, so do not wake him or go near him no matter what. Whether it is the nanny, the butler, or even that young master, if anyone tries to enter this room.
Her eyes flash with something cold and unbending in the dark.
Please, Lady Rohanson, by whatever method you must, please save Ryder.
Since I need the Marchioness's help anyway. Even if I cannot cure a sick child, perhaps my reputation as a villainess can at least stop the butler. As for the Marquis's younger brother, perhaps the Knight Commander can handle him with his authority. Jelly, go to the Knights at once and bring Sir Gabriel here.
Right now.
I cannot let anyone seize our family while my child lies sick.
Sir Gabriel had wanted to help the Toten family from the start.
Is there truly no other way?
The dark-haired knight watches in silence, blue eyes sharp and unreadable.
Honestly, I want to help the Marchioness's child, even just a little more. Use your brain, you useless transmigrator. Maybe there really is a way. Hina, go and bring me Malak.
Servants slip away through the rain to carry out her command.
The one who only recently became part of this household.
Once, this newcomer was just a cheerful face carrying groceries home, gentling a horse with a quiet hand.
Ah, my beloved home. It's been a while. Butler, where's my sister-in-law? I've come all this way, yet she won't even show her face. I'm a little hurt.
The coachman reported that Madam went out on horseback for a short trip.
Off to some social gathering. I do hope my dear sister-in-law enjoys herself. Because once I become Marquess Toten, she'll have no reason to attend such events anymore. Surely she isn't trying to remarry me just for that.
It's raining, so please come inside, young master. The nanny has prepared the room where you'll be staying.
Right, and where's Ryder? Did my sister-in-law take him along too?
No, he's lying in his room. Since Madam finally went out, it seems his condition has improved quite a bit.
Tusk, that brat's life really does cling on stubbornly. I waited patiently for Ryder to die, but as the number of paintings increased again, the situation has changed.
A pale figure surfaced from the mist, and with it, a name, Evangeline Rohanson.
A precedent of someone who rose again, a cursed human that not even holy water could heal, if that eerie thing truly can revive him.
White hair, blood-red eyes, a smile that did not belong to the living. Something uncanny had entered this house.
We can't let that happen now, can we? A cursed child cannot be allowed to sit in the seat of the prestigious Toten family, even if it means putting someone unqualified in the position instead. That brat's uncle comes all this way and he doesn't even greet me. Well, I should be understanding since he's sick. Shall I take a look at his face? It has been a while.
Far off in the same downpour, a lone maid stood waiting in the rain.
I'll say this plainly, I can't provide a perfect solution.
Is that still all right with you? Why would she say it isn't perfect? Is there some problem with waking Ryder up?
Let me tell you something first. When Lady Rohanson saw my shoes, ruined from rushing here, she readily handed me the shoes of the late Countess, without a shred of longing or affection for them, as though she was simply lending out some item left unused in the house.
If Ryder came back like that, would he too forget all his love for me and move about like a Harlow doll? No matter what happens.
A carriage rolled up to the mansion gates through sheets of driving rain.
We've arrived.
My lady.
The mansion is oddly lively tonight. It seems something has happened. If the mansion is in an uproar then, don't tell me.
Madam, you must hurry to young Master Ryder, young Master. Madam, is it true that young Master Ryder has passed away?
Nobody ever looked in on that child normally, so why now? Why did it have to be today of all days?
Madam, this way.
In the blood-red gloom, Dee stood before the heir's door, a heavy axe glinting in his hand.
Sister-in-law, you're back early.
He did not lower the blade. He only smiled, the axe hanging ready at his side.
Dees, what do you think you're doing?
Madam, it's dangerous. Please step back.
Dees Toten, what exactly do you think you're doing?
Ha-ha, sister-in-law, you've even dragged a knight into a family matter. That's none of your concern. I merely came to check on my nephew's condition. Whatever happened here, it was probably that maid inside who caused it.
Ma, madam.
Barring me from entering this room, you know, doesn't that seem suspicious? I only wanted to see my nephew's face after so long.
First, please lower your weapon.
Do you really think I'd be foolish enough to wave a weapon in front of the commander of the knights? I'm simply worried about my sick nephew. What if that maid forgot her place and tried to intimidate the heir of the Toten family?
Dees, I was the one who instructed the maid. He had only just fallen asleep after suffering from his illness, so I ordered that no one go near him. She was only following me, didn't she tell you?
Oh, did she say something like that? I simply thought she was lying. My mistake then, how strange.
Why does he look so relaxed? No matter how noble he is, he still raised a blade at the heir's room. He doesn't seem worried about punishment at all, as if someone powerful is backing him, someone who will clean up this whole mess for him.
But, sister-in-law, isn't this all rather strange? My nephew is sleeping so deeply without batting an eye. Doesn't he look as though he's sleeping like the dead?
The words landed like a threat, and a chill crept through the watching servants.
What if that foolish maid nursed him poorly, and something went wrong with poor Ryder, shouldn't we? Confirm it, and since we have this reliable knight here, opening the door should be no trouble. Come, let's go inside together.
No, at this rate. I'll lose the family without being able to do a single thing. Please help me.
My lady.
Madam Toten, do you truly wish to bring your child back to life?
Oh, of course, haven't I been begging you this whole time? Then hurry and…
Even if it's another person, borrowing your son's body.
A single red eye gleamed from the dark, patient and inhuman.
I told you I can't provide a perfect solution.
So this is what she meant.
The choice is entirely yours, madam. You can officially acknowledge your child's death and say your farewell. Or, even if only on the surface, you can let him go on pretending to be alive.
Even if I'm gone, please protect the Marchioness household, mother.
She saw her boy again, pale and trembling, staring at his own fading hands.
My beloved son.
If it's to grant your final wish, I can even make use of your corpse.
Please forgive my selfish love. All right, do it.
You heard her, didn't you, Marlock?
Yes, my lady.
Violet's script tore across the halls as something ancient stirred to answer the call. The magic coiled through the mansion, seeping under the sealed door. Light flared over the boy's still face, and the dead began to move.
Everyone look over there.
Young Master Ryder moved.
The heir's eyes drifted open, clear and cold, a stranger now looking out from behind them.
That's impossible.
The whole mansion is in an uproar. It seems something has happened. Marchioness.
I smell death, Master.
Sir Gabriel, please go after the Marchioness.
But…
I have my guards with me, so hurry.
Then please be careful and follow slowly.
Honestly, what are they even doing with a dead child? Oh, you can't smell it. There's a dead child inside this mansion. And some lunatic is swinging an axe around to confirm it.
Down the hall, steel bit into wood again and again. Is that the younger brother of Marquis Toten? Just what is it about a title that drives a man this far? As expected, the Marchioness only ever told me the child was sick. But I remembered the state of the boy and the desperation in her voice. It was easy to guess the child was already dead, or nearly so. Was it truly right of me to bring Malak along? Even now, I am not sure this is the right path. Malak.
Yes, me.
I fell into this novel without a shred of my own will. I do not know why, and I do not know the original story. I survive on guesses alone. Reviving Ryder with my own power is impossible. But fortunately, there is another transmigrator here. A ghost, one who can slip into an empty body. Malak, would you enter Ryder's body?
I can't do something like that. How could I do that to a child's body? It feels like committing an enormous sin.
Malak, at this rate, Ryder loses his family and his title. Just look, even now, a man is desperate to devour his own nephew. Isn't it strange?
With all this commotion going on, my nephew sleeps so deeply he doesn't even blink.
He is certain of it. Sleeping like a dead man, isn't he? Can't you see it? Instead of mourning Ryder, believing him dead, he parades the boy's death, hungry to seize the title now the heir is gone.
What a terrible man. All right, I'll enter that child's body.
His spirit poured into the small, still body.
Yo, young master. Everyone, look over there. Young Lord Ryder moved.
A gasp swept the hall as every eye turned. The dead boy's eyes slowly opened.
What is happening right now?
Why is he alive? Hey, butler, this isn't what you told me.
Excuse me, that's impossible.
The Marchioness trembled where she stood. The whole room froze around the risen child.
Whether open the doors.
Yes, I will.
The mother rushed to the son she thought she had lost. The boy sat quiet, a stranger wearing a familiar face.
My son, did you sleep well?
Her warmth wrapped around me like something I didn't deserve.
You're lying right now, aren't you? You were definitely dead a moment ago.
Moments earlier, the uncle had rounded on us, shaking. A lie. You never once confirmed the child's heart had stopped. So how were you so certain young Master Toten was dead? It looks more like you hoped he would die, and meant to finish the job yourself.
What do you know? This is a family matter, outsiders stay out of it.
The lady is not an outsider. This is Lady Evangeline Rohanson. The Marchioness Toten serves as her chaperone.
And this is Sir Gabriel, commander of the Pararose Knights.
The only outsider here is the man who raised an axe against the heir.
Marchioness Toten, shall we hand Dies Toten to the Pararose Knights?
Thank you, but since this is a succession dispute, our family will handle it by our own procedure. A good chance to purge everyone tied to Dies.
If Bishop Marek had a hand in this to become her chaperone, keeping her near the temple is a risk. Better to keep her here at the estate, even if word gets out. Understood, let us know if you ever need our help.
Holding him like that, you must have known the child was dead, yet you never questioned it. Wasn't it disturbing, my asking you to care for a dead child? And now another soul has entered him and brought him back. Don't you think it's sacrilegious?
Madam! In my home village, an old grandmother carried a doll everywhere she went. Her son marched off to war decades ago and was never heard from again. Dementia took everything but her son's name, so she raises the doll as if it were him. She cradles it day and night, sure her boy came home. And that woman is my grandmother. The village calls her a mad old woman, but I understand her. So I don't think you're strange at all, madam. Therefore, if it's all right with you, may I go on caring for young Master Ryder from now on?
The Marchioness's eyes softened.
Thank you, Weather. I look forward to your care.
What do you think, Sir Gabriel?
A strange night, but the boy lives and the house holds.
Did things work out the way you wanted?
A miracle that should only happen in dreams had come true.
My lady calls me Malak, but please call me whatever feels right to you. But for a brief moment, the doll clinging to my back felt lighter. If I stay at the lady's side, could I someday be freed from this weight too?
Somewhere unseen, an old burden began to drift away.
Thank you, Lady Rohanson.
I will never forget this moment.
My lady, please take good care of the horses until I return. You have to manage even without me, Gamijin. Maybe because you're a cow, you get along so well with horses.
Ryder, greetings are lovely, but you should warm yourself up first.
Oh, you're right, I'm sorry.
He had taken over the body of a child he never knew, in a place he did not belong, forced to play the son of Marchioness Toten, the boy's true mother. The weight of it pressed hard on his mind. Still, those around him watched over the child with quiet tenderness, resolving to at least see that he never went hungry.
Marchioness, it would be best not to tell outsiders, yet that the young Marquis has recovered his health, nor that we were ever here at all. The temple has been watching this estate closely, so please be careful.
Understood.
And so their carriage rolled out into the storm, carrying them home through the rain-soaked night. By the time they reached the Rohanson estate, the downpour still had not eased.
Commander, you're finally back.
It's all been handled. You don't need to worry about the chaperone for the banquet anymore.
Then that means I won't have to cling to my mother after all, right? Thank you, Marchioness. Thank you, Lady Rohanson.
Did you really dread contacting your mother that much? Honestly, she doesn't seem like the scary kind of mother at all.
My lady, big sis, you're back.
Kana, sorry, did you wait long? Nothing happened while we were away, right? What? I have to learn that too, just for a palace banquet? I can't let my last remaining teacher run away as well. Sir Gabriel, forgive me, but I really should head inside now.
Yes, my lady.
Thank you again, truly, for everything you did today.
She climbed the grand staircase, leaving her devoted commander in the hall below. The great hall stood silent, its polished floor gleaming like still water.
Ugh, that smell. That teacher always stuffs himself with medicine before he comes here. He reeks like a drug addict.
Really? I honestly can't tell.
That's just because your nose is dull. Phew, I'm worn out after running around all day. I think I'll get some rest.
Rafaela, let's return to the temple.
Yes, Commander. Bishop Jarvania.
Back again from the Rohanson estate, I see. You're certainly devoted, Commander. I never thought I'd see you show a woman this much affection.
Tomorrow's banquet for the Crown Prince doubles as my lady's debut, so I'm sparing no effort.
I hear Bishop Merrick volunteered to serve as Lady Rohanson's chaperone.
So many of the temple's great figures reaching out to one young lady. She truly is no ordinary person. That old fox knows I treat him gently, and he's fishing for information while pretending he isn't. Yes, still, I felt guilty asking someone as busy as Bishop Merrick for help, so I contacted Duchess Ball, Rafaela's mother, and asked her to serve as the chaperone instead.
Commander, but what if my mother, the Duchess, also refuses?
Then I'll accept Bishop Merrick's proposal, Rafaela. Just go along with whatever I say. I only want to avoid becoming a burden to the bishop, but with the banquet already tomorrow, finding anyone willing to stand for my lady hasn't been easy.
Is that so? It would be good if Duchess Ball agreed to help.
Bishop, forgive the interruption, but I must ready the knights before the banquet, so I'll take my leave.
I've kept a busy night, Commander, too long. Good work.
The three of them parted ways beneath the vast, echoing hall.
Why did you suddenly lie to Bishop Jarvania just now, Commander? Only yesterday you were calling him your benefactor.
That the bishop is my benefactor hasn't changed.
His pale blue eyes gave nothing away.
But right now, I'm simply doing everything in my power for my lady's sake.
It had all begun when word reached him of something that troubled him deeply.
Information about my lady has been leaking from the Toten estate straight to the temple.
Seriously, the temple again? What do you mean, again?
The temple planted a drug addict here too, posing as an etiquette teacher to stir up trouble. But I've already dealt with that addict, so there's nothing to worry about.
A drug addict?
Only costly holy water can ease their withdrawal, so it's how the temple's higher-ups quietly keep such people on a leash.
I'll keep that in mind.
Could you deal with the ones lurking around here? I'd rather today's incident never reach the temple's ears.
Now even someone who isn't my master has me running errands.
Please.
For my lady's sake. This kind of work, after all, was that man's specialty. If word of today ever reaches Bishop Merrick, he'll try to reach my lady by some other route instead of as her chaperone. So I must keep the temple blind to as much as I possibly can. If only we could shatter Bishop Merrick's schemes entirely. Rafaela, for a while don't trust anyone from the temple, especially not the higher-ups.
Even asking Gabriel got me no real answers. Ever since Bishop Merrick first came to me, just how did things end up like this? I've even planted a spy to investigate Lady Rohanson. Her addiction runs deep. Without the temple's holy water she can't survive, so she shouldn't be able to betray us so easily. Unless, could she have been swayed by Lady Rohanson? I don't know what Bishop Marek is planning, but I'm certain that Lady's influence will only keep growing.
If I'm to carve out a place for myself under her ladyship, I have to accomplish something, however small. Please, anything will do. Just let an answer come to me before it's too late.
Doorline, what do you think? Is this greeting good enough?
She turned with radiant, practiced grace, every motion flawless.
Good enough that even the imperial family couldn't find a single fault in it.
It's truly astonishing, my lady. Of everyone I've ever taught, you're the first to master every rule of etiquette perfectly. Even His Highness the Crown Prince is sure to praise your greeting.
As if that would ever happen. Doorline's been showering me with compliments lately. Is she afraid she'll be fired after the banquet?
No, my lady. Even to my eyes you were absolutely perfect.
Is that so? All my other teachers ran away, and only Doorline was left. So I ended up a noble lady who dumped every last stat point into etiquette.
Etiquette, status, strength, villainous power. In this fantasy romance villainous maker, she had min-maxed herself into perfect manners.
By now, the noble greetings just come out on their own. At least nobody will call me a shut-in villainess anymore. Or wait, judging by how impressed Doorline is, could being a noble lady have been my true calling all along? No bread? Then just have rice and noodles instead, right? Ho ho ho.
And yet the applause did not stop. It went on and on and on.
Praise her, worship her, admire her, adore her, glorify her, obey her, let us obey her, admire her, let us admire her, kneel, kneel and bow down before her. Worship Lady Rohanson, everyone worship Lady Rohanson.
If you wish to keep drawing that insignificant breath of yours, it is only if you can somehow keep that worthless little life going.
And with a single touch, something inside the teacher quietly went out. Meanwhile, beneath the falling blossoms and rain, two figures walked home in silence. A man watched from the shadows, a faint, knowing smirk curling at his lips.
My lady. Excuse me for a moment, the master. Count Rohanson is calling for you, my lady.
Lady Rohanson gathered her cat into her arms, her red eyes softening.
Why is Dad suddenly asking for me, out of nowhere?
Inside a grand, candlelit manor hall, a lavish dinner has been laid out in silence. A silver fork lifts a cut of rare meat from the long banquet table.
He vanished on a sudden business trip, came back just as suddenly, and now he wants to talk over dinner? What is he up to? I just want to eat in peace. Honestly, this old man does whatever he pleases. Wasn't he the one who avoided me first? No wonder Evangeline grew up to be a villainess, with a father like this.
At her side, a young maid hovers, hands shaking, as the lady lets out a weary sigh.
Look how badly she's trembling. I should have brought Daisy or Canna instead.
The maid's hand slips, and a plate shatters, flinging meat and sauce across the table.
See, I knew it. This is exactly why I've taken to eating in my room lately.
That's enough, you may leave.
Pardoned.
It just so happens to be a meat dish. I should mention this now. Pass this along to the others too. I don't much like the sight of blood. Usually Canna and Jelly eat it for me, but I can't ask the Count to do that today. And don't leave that wound untreated. See the butler and have it tended.
If you understand, then go.
I'll keep that in mind. Then please excuse me.
You've become presentable, just as the butler said.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean, all of a sudden? He thinks I've become nicer. I'm glad I seem that way. The etiquette tutor you assigned me has been a great help, Father.
You're going to the banquet, correct? Do behave, just as you are now is enough. I'll be attending tomorrow's celebration as well.
So he rushed all the way back from the territory, just for this banquet, I see. Wait, he isn't about to ask me to go with him, is he? Absolutely not, I already have a partner. Let's change the subject. It's been ages since you've seen your daughter. Shouldn't you ask how I've been first?
I suppose you're right. How long has it been? Probably the first time since the funeral. Is it?
Looks like he feels guilty after all. His only daughter died, came back to life, and he just left her alone. What a piece of trash. Was that really what you invited me to this pointless dinner to say?
That you want me to stay quiet? Duke Hosakin will attend the banquet. Get close to him while you're there.
Didn't Count Rohanson get disowned by them ages ago for pocketing the dowry? And now I'm supposed to clean up that mess. Now, of all times.
Rumor says the Duke hasn't long to live. Even without the title, you have a right to inherit part of the estate.
This lunatic was after money? What a complete piece of garbage. I suppose that's to be expected of a villainess's father. Do you really think His Grace the Duke would take a liking to me?
Right now your face is the very image of Amaranth. If the Duke sees you in person, he'll surely be shaken.
Amaranth? I've heard that name somewhere before.
Amaranth was Evangeline's, I mean your mother.
Oops, my apologies. I have amnesia. No wonder it sounded familiar. So that portrait in the storage room was Evangeline's mother. It did look strangely different to be a self-portrait.
The woman in the painting, soft-featured with a gentle braid, looked like a kinder version of Evangeline, so unsettling the art tutor fled, calling the paintings creepy.
Wait, is this turning into one of those family regret arcs? Isn't it far too late to start a heartwarming childcare story now? In the original story, Evangeline surely approached the Duke on the Count's orders too. Then the grandfather uncovers her scheming and adopts someone else to inherit the estate instead of his own granddaughter. And that someone is none other than Arcana, ta-da. Because she's the heroine. Ooh, this is actually starting to sound plausible. And then comes the satisfying revenge episode where she gets back at me, the villainess.
If the offer doesn't appeal to you, think of it as a transaction. Tell me what you want.
What I want is to not die on the villainous route. And there's no way the Count could ever grant that. Something material would be better, wouldn't it? I should think about it. I'll think it over.
Once you've finished eating, come to my office. I have something to give you.
Something to give me.
Bring it with you to tomorrow's banquet.
From the table she lifts an ornate sword, its hilt wrapped in a dark, thorned rose.
So this is it, forcing me to secure Duke Hosakin's inheritance. Was that what you meant?
It's a gift for His Highness the Crown Prince. It's merely a decorative sword.
Evangeline studies the crimson gem set in the hilt, unease flickering behind her red eyes.
Indeed it is. I'll have a knight inspect it, just to be sure there's nothing wrong with it.
Do as you please. My work here is finished, so I'll take my leave now.
You seem quite busy. You only just returned, and already you're leaving.
I don't want to stay here. And stop sending me those papers covered in that dreadful curse.
Why? Their mother's heartfelt love confessions, preserved in her diary.
Funny how attentive you've suddenly become, when you didn't even know Amaranth's name.
Well, that's because I lost my memories.
Alone now, Evangeline stands wreathed in a pale, eerie glow, something unnatural stirring in the air around her. Down a shadowed corridor, a lone figure trudges away, breathing hard. In the dark, a ghostly hand closes over a man's head. He freezes, cold sweat beading, terror in his eyes. Something wearing Evangeline's face sits at the head of the table. It is only mimicking a human being. And slowly, it is swallowing the whole Rohanson mansion into itself. Behind that single crimson eye, nothing human looks back. For what purpose, no one can say. Its red eyes blaze down through the dark as the Count stands dwarfed and helpless beneath it.
I mustn't stay here any longer.
The butler bolts, eyes wide with terror, fleeing whatever is closing in behind him. A voice coils through the dark. Praise her, worship her, kneel and bow before her.
Kneel and bow before her, to Evangeline Rohanson.
The blue pendant at his chest flickers, his one thin thread of resistance.
Don't even think of resisting.
Canna and another slip away into the light, unaware, as the curse pulses in the dark behind them. The man staggers out into the pouring rain, gasping for breath, barely escaping the manor's grasp.
No, have they grown even lusher, before myself is swallowed whole by the cherry trees. I must drive it out.
But the blossoms themselves are watching, red eyes hidden among the petals, guarding the only chance to escape the horrible thing left behind.
Sacrifice.
A single sword tumbles through the blossom-filled sky, falling toward the manor far below. Petals drift down in silence over the still water, beautiful and quietly, terribly wrong.
Gray water pooled and rippled across the courtyard stones. It was still coming down.
I was really hoping it would stop before noon.
Canna, do you dislike the rain?
I like the rain, my lady, but I'd be upset if it ruined your day. I'd hate for your dress to get splashed with mud. You look so incredibly beautiful today.
Well, if Canna says so, then I suppose I'd. Better be very careful not to dirty my dress.
The dress is finished.
The exhausted seamstress swayed and crumpled to the floor, and the room broke into alarm.
I did order the gown at the very last minute. She must have had a hard time. Kanna, would you move Misha somewhere she can rest?
Eek, there's a corpse in the lady's room.
She's still alive.
The way you say it makes it sound like she's about to die.
But, my lady, why have you been tearing that little book apart?
I'm planning to give it to father when I see him at the banquet. Heemp, what an unlucky count. Because of him, Evangeline's mother was cut off by her own family. And now, he makes his daughter clean up his mess. No wonder her mother filled this diary with nothing but curses for the count. It's gotten so thin, though. Every time I need a favor, I tear out a page and send it to him. Now, only the cover is left. If I'm going to keep sweet-talking that damn count, I'll need a lot more pages. After the banquet, I'll hunt for other diaries. Who knows, maybe I'll find another summoning circle, like the one that called the spirits.
My lady, it's Gabriel. May I come in?
Come in. So, how do I look?
Gabriel's blue eyes went utterly still the instant he saw her in the crimson gown. He had come to present himself as the partner who would escort her tonight. Crimson silk spilled to her feet, blooming like a spray of dark roses.
You are even more dazzling than the last time I saw you. For a moment, I thought the stars had fallen before my eyes.
You've gotten much better at compliments. Still, something about him had felt off lately. Ever since I turned down Gabriel's confession, things had grown awkward between us. His sudden stiffness had been nagging at me. I suppose I'd grown attached. There aren't many people in this world who take my side. His feelings make me uncomfortable, sure. But if I want to survive the villainous route, I'd better keep him on my good side. As long as I stay in control, nothing bad will happen.
My lady, please accept this.
What is it?
Traditionally, ladies carried bouquets to their debut. But these days it's fashionable to wear a floral ornament instead. I thought it would suit you, so I had it prepared.
A flower made of rubies. It's beautiful. Sir Gabriel, would you pin it on for me?
You mean myself?
Do you not want to?
Not at all.
He leaned in close, fastening the ruby bloom against her flowing white hair.
Does it suit me?
For a heartbeat neither of them moved, his fingers still hovering at her collar. At the fingertips that had brushed the lady, a faint heartbeat echoed.
It suits you. It suits you wonderfully. My lady, you always show me something far beyond anything I imagined. Then allow me to escort you.
Beyond the windows, the rain still whispered over the darkened garden. As the carriage rolled off through the rain, a pair of glowing eyes watched from the shadows. A black cat's blue eyes gleamed, and somewhere a slow, mocking clap echoed.
Ugh, you're so noisy.
That thing still hasn't gone home yet. It'll be useless after the banquet anyway. Can't we just get rid of it soon?
No, not yet. Someone is still looking for it.
Blue light splashed through the dim room as a small hand reached out.
If it vanishes all at once, it could bring more trouble down on Lady Evangeline again.
We'll dispose of it once everyone's forgotten about it.
If you say so.
More importantly, Andras.
Don't tell me you're planning to spy on her all the way to the banquet.
Hey, that would be a total invasion of privacy.
I wonder if Master knows you've been stalking her every single moment, you damn stalker.
Gaw, you crazy cat.
Why are you so cranky again? Did I say something wrong?
Don't get dog fur all over the bed.
But cat fur is fine, and I'm in human form right now, you know.
I've got a bad feeling about that rotten stench drifting from the imperial palace. I should follow Lady Evangeline.
His blue eyes narrowed, every trace of teasing gone from his face.
Seriously, what a style.
Andras, stay behind and guard the mansion.
A shadow uncoiled and swallowed the room whole.
Fine, I'll stay home and watch the house. Why does he keep doing things nobody even asked him to do? Oh right, Master told me to look after Malak's feed instead. He always makes me do all the work.
Back inside the mansion, the maids went quietly about their evening tasks.
Hey, Kanna.
Mr. Jelly, is something the matter?
You still have those cherry blossom petals you collected, right? Give me some. I'm taking them to Malak.
Yes, just one moment. Will this be enough?
That's plenty, hand them over.
Mr. Jelly, if you're sending them to the Toten estate, could I come along with you?
You,
Yes, I'm curious about how Mr. Moloch is doing.
A jar brimming with soft red petals passed carefully between their hands.
Thank you very much. I'll be off now.
At last the rain thinned, and the sky broke open into pale gold.
I thought things weren't awkward between us anymore. Why did he suddenly go quiet?
She stole a sidelong glance at the knight seated across the carriage.
Anyway, he was already handsome, but all dressed up like this. It's absolutely insane. Isn't it unfair that a holy knight looks handsome enough to charm every woman he passes? And what is with those fluttering eyelashes? Our eyes met.
My lady, it seems we'll be arriving at the imperial palace shortly.
Yes, I remember. I'm to speak with those who have fallen under the painting's influence, and strip that cursed influence away from them. The sky had been gloomy for so long because of the rainy season, but now it's cleared up so quickly, as if all of it had only been a lie.
The imperial palace rose against a burning sunset, vast and shining gold. Gabriel offered his hand and helped her down from the carriage. For a moment, her red eyes clouded with unease.
Sir Gabriel.
Her heart pounded hard as they turned together toward the palace gates.